I can't get used to these buttons, man. Look at them. Look, they're all over the shop. Look. All good, man. Oh, mate. How you doing?
Good, mate. Yo, had a good week?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a slog today. A bit of an epic journey on the way home. Twice as long as normal. So that's why we started a little bit late. But, hey, we're here now. Welcome, everyone, to the next Perfect Aquatics Koi auction along with my co-host, Gaz, of Gaz's Koi Pond. If you weren't already a subscriber, find him on YouTube, wherever them things are. It's always asked about face on there, isn't it? Right, so people would have seen the lot that we've got going in. Didn't mark it how I really wanted to. Just been so bloody busy getting things done that I just couldn't get the time. So I've done a live today. Let's just take us off of here. Look at this, look. Talk about five grown men looking at water. Look, couldn't make it up, could you? And that, so we had some visitors down for the selection, which was nice to see Marcus, Dave, Steve, and then Big Nose Colin come along as well, as he always does. So got some absolute beasts for you tonight. And as always, it's like, how do you ever do that? It's like, they're there. You just got to know where you're looking. Now, there are 19 lots, but I'm quite mindful of time. I'm mindful of your time, Gaz, as well. So we'll get what we can get done. If we don't get through them all, we'll put the ones that we don't onto the next auction because I'm quite knackered. And, yeah. Anyway.
Speed of the bidding.
Yeah, all the normal forms, guys. So, for those people just tuning in for the first time, we're over 70 people in now, which is good considering I didn't even say I was doing an auction. Well, I sort of did, but not proper. Yeah, if the type your bid into the comments, hit enter. That will then show up on our feed. We will then, or I will then highlight the highest bidder. and then we'll have a countdown, 2-minute warning. If you make a bid and it's at the end of the auction, I'll put 2 minutes on. If at the end of that 2 minutes no one else has bid, that person's name that's on the screen will win the lot. If you win, you will need to call in tomorrow to make payment at the store. The number will show a bit later on. If you want delivery, we do offer delivery, £30 a box. If you've got a few fish that we can get into one box, one charge. If there's a couple, then we'll swallow the charge. Okay, so tonight only. So see anything you like, Gus?
Some bangers, mate. Very nice Shisui there, mate. Not a biggest fan of them, but that was a damn good one. I was sat there going, no, not that one, that one. And you picked it, but yes, that's a banger, that, mate. It's a very nice fish. Nice Tanchos as well. Tancho Sanke is really good.
Yeah, and again, it's just development through the year as it's been in the pond.
Yeah, that's the one that's been. I know where that one's been.
So you know where it is as well. Right then, guys. So I haven't put a starting bid on any of the fish, right? So just throw it in. There will be reserves on a few of the fish. I'll tell you up front which ones they are. It'll be all of them, really, because if you only try and put $5 on, I ain't selling it. Yeah, it's quite simple. Unless we get the right price. So anyway, let's move that over so we can look at all them grown men again, looking at piles of water. I'm not ignoring people by doing this, all right? I ain't doing that. All I simply want to do is get on with the auction, but fuck me. Big nose, what do you mean? You know full well what I mean. So anyway, let's start us off. So we'll start off with a nice small one that has really developed really nicely. So,
Mark says, "Can you give him 5 minutes?" And he's going to lock himself in his room because he's watched the
put his straight jacket.
Get yourself in there, Mark. Get yourself padded up quick.
So let's just find the thing for this. So details will come across the bottom of the screen shortly. So small toes eye, 22 cm, absolute mint condition. Again, I need to get on this because our pictures are a bit blue as normal. So. But I promise you that skin is pure white. Real good Benny, and a little bits of sumi just starting to pop. And it's not too much as well, which is something that I am super, what's the word I'm looking for? Super pleased about, because I think that sometimes if you get too much, it can ruin what these fish look like. So sumi is only just starting to come up. You've got a piece on the nose. You've got a piece down the middle, and you've got a small piece in the tail section, right on the tail stop. So talk about balance. You know, all I need to start us off is 15 quid. So one of your favourite types of metallic koi, guys, aren't
they? Sorry, missed that little bit.
Favourites, these little ones?
Yamatonishiki. Yeah, mate, I do like a Yamatonishiki. They're nice. And they're a fish that you get to watch and enjoy the development of too, because it's hopefully, I mean, it'd be nice to see a little bit more sumi come up, and more than likely it definitely will, as this is only a young tosai and do tend to start blossoming more towards being nisai and coming out more when I've seen that with fish that Rick's been bringing on. So yeah, nice fish, mate. Good body on it. Very nice luster to its skin, that is for sure.
For Doitsu, mate, like I've said before, a Fuji, his fish have just come on leaps and bounds as the season's starting to push through. And this fish, there's a couple in there actually. This one got me eye a little bit more because I really enjoyed the pattern that's in this fish.
Yeah.
You know, and these sort of fish are really starting to take my eye a bit more now than what they ever used to. And I think they're more of a traditional looking koi, if I'm perfectly honest. And that's what I like about them. You know, there's a few of the weird and wonderful that people would say, but this sort of thing would definitely. Here we go. Just keep bidding, guys. Ryan, I do post, mate. So if whoever wins on the bids, all right, then it's a £25 charge on the box, not 30. We get reduced rates because we have such a big amount of mail order stuff going out the shop. So our prices are cheaper because we get our service cheaper. Okay, so anywhere in the UK mainland, with the exception of a couple of postcodes, but to be fair, I don't think you'll have internet in the postcodes that you can't deliver to. So it's one of them sort of things. So yeah, just keep bidding. There we go. £35 is straight in now. Likes what he's seeing. Yeah, so it's the more of the traditional sort of pattern in the Doitsu, and with this fish, the people that was watching say that in the flesh, they're just next level looking fish.
Yeah.
Because it's we still haven't found the right settings on the camera, I don't think, to get the real qualities out on video.
You can see it, mate, when it turns and comes around to bottom of ball as it hits that sunlight. That's exceptionally good quality skin on that. It's nice and bright. Benny's nice and deep, and it's consistent throughout the fish's body as well. Look at that there as it passes through it. So Soroji on that is absolutely gleaming in it.
Oh, it's the Shiroji is just plain white, real good shine to it, and the Benny is the same palette all the way through the fish, which is really important. And the other thing on this is the metallic fins are really well proportioned,
nice and clean, mate. Very nice.
Clean. Yeah,
it's the simplicity of the pattern, mate, which sets it off in my eyes. That
it does itself justice. I think it displays itself extremely well. I was saying to people today that was watching live at the shop, that is, for me, it's but the koi that we've put in today, all bar two would be contenders in shows. And when I say contenders, I'm on about now. Depending on what you're up against, you would stand a decent chance. So look at the mouth; it's like a bucket.
It is like a bucket. It's got a big mouth on it.
Cole's terminology has me going. So 40 quid now with the autistic koi keeper. So Ryan, just to while that's going on in the background, all of my fish are from Japan, mate, in the auction. If they are not, I will tell you. All right, but yeah, every single fish has been hand selected by me in Japan. And if I haven't selected them, they've come from an agent where I have selected from what was on offer through video. Similar how you buy on an auction in Japan, but live with an agent, mate. So everything is picked by myself, not sent to me in a box for me to then choose from. Okay? So we'll be big fish when it gets regular feeding, is what Colin's saying. So it's well proportioned. You can see that for Doitsu fish, it's extreme. It's got a real good body shape for a Doitsu fish.
It's got a good profile to it, mate, for a 22 cm fish. Hello, sweetheart.
Totally.
Sorry, my granddaughter.
No, don't be sorry for having grandkids, mate. That's mint.
And then my son's showing me power tools for a window.
Right, I'm going to put 2 minutes on this one to just get us warmed up. We're over 100 people in there now, so thank you everyone for joining us. I'm just going to find my stopwatch. Okay, 2 minutes has started then, guys. They do grow well as well. Ed, just need to get them in the pond. For those people that want to see on Thursday, Gaz is live. The koi appreciation are fish that have been on myself at Perfect Aquatics, so we can see what their development's like, which is really,
that's good. That's going to be some interesting footage tonight, next week, mate, as well as it was last week for Rick's. It'd be great to see.
It really was as well, wasn't it? And like I said to people then, it's really lovely for us to see what our fish do. Because you see them and you have an idea of where things are going, but you don't always find out how they turn out. So when we have that feedback, it's really, really interesting to see how well they've turned out. Marco's in Scotland. Evening, Marco, mate. Here we go then. So we've got a minute.
Autistic koi keeper. Edward says he can't wait for the live gods. Thank you very much, Edward. Yeah, next week's, this Thursday's live will be Koi appreciation stroke with a difference, dealer appreciation. So everybody can send in their favorite fish that they purchased from Perfect Aquatics. And we continue to do a few more dealers of people's choices in the upcoming future too. It was nice, wasn't it, to see some of the fish, mate, last week?
There was one fish I fell in love with. He put it up for sale, mate.
Yeah. Has he put it up for sale?
Yeah, it's on his website, mate, but I weren't paying what he put it up for. That's a sure.
Oh, that Kohaku was good, man. That was really good. So
just while that's going on in the background, guys, just if you're interested, let's bid it up. Currently at £50 with the autistic koi keeper. We've got a minute. We've got 40 seconds left on that. But Ryan Clarkson asked, how many can you get in the box? I would judge that, man. You've only got to pay one fee of £25 for your box, mate. Right. So, but if it needs 2 boxes, it will be 2 boxes, but you're only paying the one fee. So don't you worry about that, mate. Let me worry about it.
Cram them in.
So
keep bidding, right?
He's home now. So Marcus come to see us during the selection today. Pleasure seeing you, mate. Last 10 seconds then, guys. Still £50 with the autistic koi keeper. That's cheap, man.
That's way too cheap. 50 quid. Come on, ladies and gents. There's a deal out there for everyone.
4, 3, 2, 1, and that's sold to autistic.
On this occasion, the autistic koi keeper's got it.
Well done, mate. Let me just put the ticker on. If anyone's thinking of bidding, what I will say is make a note of the telephone number because I don't always put it on. Or just wait and then look back on the video because it'll be there. So what we'll do, though, just to cover my arse, because there's some knobs out there that I have to say this. Rights of cancellation cease to be available in the case of a contract for the supply of sealed goods which are not suitable for return due to health protection or hygiene reasons if they become unsealed after delivery. Basically, guys, what that is, it's trading standards that tell us that because we're dealing with livestock, once it leaves our shop, we can't return it. But we will work with you as a remedy. Either way, if that bag got punctured and the fish was damaged, etc., then obviously you work with me in order to get a resolution. But touch wood, we ain't had no major problems as of yet. So anyway, autistic, well done, mate. That's yours for 50 quid. First person to wear a swag bag of the night, no doubt. Right, give me a number between
9.
There you go. Oh, can we do that one yet?
I'm a mind reader. Knew what you were going to say.
There we go.
Oh, can we do that one yet?
Yeah, we have to, mate. Yeah, might as well. There's plenty of people in here. Just got to find it now. Let's have a look. PA 179.
Let's get out the fat wallets, ladies and gents. That's one hell of a nice Sanke. Look at that, man.
Ryan Clarkson straight in at 50 quid. So, this is a real high quality Doitsu Sanke from Yamatonishiki. You can see the light on this one better. The skin, lovely white Shiroji. Those people that was with us earlier, if I lifted this out, you would see how black that sumi really is. It is ink black. And the Benny is of a very good quality as well. Looking at the balance on the fish, you'll see that the Benny plate is very good, i.e. equally matched. The sumi is in the right places. It is in between the red and the white, which is Subo.
Riddle there with 100.
Very well sought after with the sumi in the place it is. Sumi's still got a little bit of work to do in the rear of the fish, and that's not a bad thing because this is only a Nisai, i.e. a 2-year-old fish. And for 2 years old, it's already showing
Peduncle's nice
qualities. Good evening, Mr. Alan Tate. I hope you're well, my friend.
That is a nice fish, that Crafty.
It's displaying really well. And again, And again, when we look
Jamie is just nicely starting to come in the pecs as well. Look on the right one there.
Yeah, Tejame, very, very nice to see. I mean, the other thing I like about the fish is when you start to look at the profile for
40 cm Ollie.
It's absolutely banging. You know, the profile of the fish, long, slender, good size shoulders, nice size head, extremely clean head, and a decent size mouth. Pecs are very well in proportion, right? I mean, the fish sells itself, doesn't it? I don't need to.
The fact that it stays still that long, displaying itself like that, this should be roaring up. Colin with 100. Oh, no, Richard Bramwell at 190 now. Sensible bids, gentlemen. That's lovely to see.
Yeah, I quite like the fact that you don't have a starting bid, mate. I think it, like I say, the fish sells itself, doesn't it? People know what they need to really be. There is not a reserve on this, Mark.
So quick, get out of the room, Mark.
Yeah, for as Doitsu go, mate, in the Sanke variety, this is an exceptionally good fish.
There's a little bit of a tip for you there, guys. Colin's seen this firsthand.
It is.
Sorry, Col, but you know that's a good fish. You've seen it.
Oh, yeah, mate. Well, put it this way, mate. For those people that see me pick live earlier on YouTube, you can see that I was selecting out the pond. I picked a few fish out of this pond, and I picked the one of, I think it was 3 on this, that looked the best, and that's what come into auction. So I'm not just picking anything. I'm picking ones that are worthy of selling on screen in auction. Anyone can put a load of shit on and sell them. Right? I'm not doing that. I'm putting what I feel is the best fish at the time.
I'm in trouble. Evening, Dave.
You're only in trouble if you put the money down.
It's running along the bottom of your screen, mate, but it's 40 cm, just in case you can't see it, mate.
And for Doitsu at 40 cm, as a Nisai, with the profile that's got, think of it in another year's time. If you can keep that profile rather than letting it get fat and out of hand, extremely, extremely good fish. What are you doing? You're typing letters. Oh. Or that are just joining us. Yeah, we've got over 130, and thank you very much, guys. Ryan Clarkson, there's, you didn't win the last one, man. You need to get one off me then, dude. You'll see there's only one place to do your shopping. Like I was saying to the lads today, it's like those people that have never been to us, you'll see stuff all the way down from, I don't know, £7.50. I've just got a load of new Forest Koi Tozai in spawn, all the way up through to £10,000, and we've got 54 sales flats. So nowhere in the UK can offer that amount of water and that amount of ponds. So we've Colin at 250.
What did you get through from New Forest? Did you get some of those gin rins?
I got lots.
You got lots.
I didn't see any of the Ginrin ones, actually.
Oh,
to be honest.
I could do you some. I can sell you some if you want. I've got 200 of them myself.
Slowed down at 250 then, so I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on. We've got 19 lots to get through.
Yeah, so thank you very much.
2 minutes is on, guys. If I get another bid, I'll restart that 2-minute clock just so we can get through the auctions a little bit quicker. Because sometimes I can sit on that at 250 until someone breaks and puts another bid in. But I can't be asked to long it out if I'm perfectly honest. But I'd have that.
I'm going to enjoy watching this, Colin. If you get that thing growing, that's a nice fish. I think that'll be an absolute banger. That.
I would.
Give me
that. I would have this in my pond.
Yeah, I would as well.
I've got 2 bangers as it is, to be fair.
Too cheap, Edward. Feel free to stick a 260 in.
Or 300.
Oh yeah, or 350.
Yeah, 4, because I go for more than 400 in the shop. Give you an idea of where.
It's giving you an idea of what it's going for. How do you pronounce that? Yama, what?
Yeah, Yamaju.
Yamaju.
Yeah, just drop the Y out, mate.
Yamaju.
35 seconds left.
Richard Ramwell. It's on you, mate. Shall we talk about the weather for a minute? You've seen enough good weather for you. Just got back from it.
Just could have bought. Well, to be fair, it's been hot today, isn't it? The fish don't know if they're coming or going, do they?
Yeah, it has been grand this week so far.
15 seconds.
I would agree with that 100%, Mark. I've said it before.
Stop the clock for a second, Cole. Okay, right. If you have a look at what I will say is, if you go down, if you go onto my channel, Krafty Koi, you obviously know where it is because that's where you're making comments from. Have a look at the live, and you'll see that every time I dip a pond, I get a net out of a dip pot. New net every single time, mate. So completely biosecure. All right, my friend. Only the best. Everyone has hand sanitizer and has hand sanitizer dotted all over the store.
Hence the reason as well, mate, as to why the fish can't be returned, which was a statement made at the very beginning. Mark at 260.
So here we go. Resetting the clock, 2 minutes. That would have come in just under time as well. I do apologise.
And there's, to be completely fair, Ryan, with a question like that, there is no need to apologise for it. It's a very sensible question to be asking.
You're welcome. Very transparent. If you ever want to come down the shop and have a look, then please do. We'll show you all our treatment records, scrape records, fish movement records, etc., etc. We have it all on display, and Gaz has seen it all.
Yep. It's even in one of my videos, mate. If you go back and have a look at it, it's where we're doing some grading through of koi, how to pick a koi. Where we show all that information and details of all the records that the company keeps.
Good evening, Si. Right, a minute gone, 1 minute left. Currently with Colin at 300.
300.
That's better. That's better.
Mark, quick, make a break for the out of the padded room again, mate, for a quick 310. There's only customer Krafty that's actually got a padded room.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, if you can ever get yourself down, mate, let me know when you're coming ahead, like Marcus and Dave and Steve done, mate, and I'll spend a bit of time with you. It's no problem, mate.
Your daughter will love it, mate, and your son for a game of crazy golf there too. It's mint, mate. Even I enjoy it. Well, bit of competition between yourself and family. Be brilliant.
Back with our mark up in Sheffield, 310.
Ooh, back to the room.
This is Mark's a guy that you met when you was down doing your video.
Yeah, I met him at the Newark show. And we had a natter and a chat there too.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. He come to see me then, didn't he? He's a good lad.
320, Colin. Back out of the room, Mark.
Back to 2 minutes.
I mean, between Colin and Mark being part of the Oxo family and Colin just being loaded, this could go anywhere. Come on, gents.
Colin's not loaded, mate. He's just bought a new car.
But he traded the old one in, though, didn't he?
Yeah, well, my boss.
All right. There you go, then.
It's only an R8. Fucking old banger.
Fancy Cap says, lovely koi.
1 minute 20 to go, guys. Minute and 20. I mean, to be fair for me, the black sumi on the white skin, mate, the Subos.
Yeah, that looks popping, mate, doesn't it? Yeah.
You know, and it really balances that pattern out, mate. You know, if that sumi was over that red patch on the in the middle of the fish on the
middle,
left, it would change that fish massively. You know, and that's why
There's still plenty of time for the development of sumi, though, mate. There, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
There's the odd little bit where you can just see it just behind that red patch. That might develop more.
There's
La, la,
a
la,
little
got
bit just behind the head that you can see. There's a couple of little specks that, you know, that might still come yet, to be perfectly honest. 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds. Right, so I am going to call that as sold to Colin for 320 quid. Because Mark says that he's out.
I'm out.
I don't normally do that, so you're lucky, Cole.
I'm off for some snap. I'm starving.
PA 179, and that is Colin. 320 bucks. Well done, Cole. You got yourself a lovely. Well, you don't have to say it. You've seen it. Right. In fact, I need to do that, don't I? I need to delete the fish after I've done them because there's loads on here.
So there's Yamatonishiki in this one to go then.
So that one I will delete.
Remember to put us back onto the screen before you do, because it'll just put us onto a black screen.
No, I've deleted that one. What I'm going to do is, like, people must laugh. Fucking hell, it's boring, mate. What you on about? Right, there you go. Oh, gone forever.
Colin's just sat up North Koi Pond. Si has just said, Jesus, where does Colin put all these fish? He's just cleared all his older stock out, mate, to make room for his next set of fish that he wants to be growing on and buying better quality fish so that he can get in with a bit of the shower scene.
What are you saying, Gaz? Are you monitoring on your second screen still?
I'm literally running maybe a second behind you, mate. It's literally...
Okay, that's cool. Okay, Tia, just refresh your feed. Just refresh your channel, mate. And what you might find is that'll update your chat quicker, mate. All right?
And also drag it right to the end, the little view bar. Take it right to the very end.
Mate, I've got such nice fish this week. I don't know what to put in first.
We're a couple of seconds behind what you're actually doing live, mate, if that. Tamasaba. Go on, Mr. Whitehead. Where are you?
PA 191.
Oh, look at that little... I've actually got a tank with about 16, 17, 18, 19 or 20 or so in there. The mint. Even at small little baby things growing them on from this size.
So this is certified. It comes with a certificate from Mauritian. It is offspring of red monster. So yeah, you can imagine what that looked like if it's a red monster.
Yeah.
Now there is a start price on this, guys, unfortunately, just so you're aware, because they cost a bomb. So the start price on this is £100. It's the only
reasonably priced at that, mate.
I mean, yeah, I've got to do it, mate. But for a Tamasaba, it's an extremely high quality fish. The red in this fish, it is stupidly deep, very, very. You can see it in that video. To be fair, it is extremely deep. Lorraine's gone straight in at 100 quid. And Marcus, who is her partner, was there today.
And said, so don't put that fish in.
You know,
that's a nice one, Lorraine.
But while this one's on, your Tamasaba, they are pond hardy, i.e., they will happily live in a koi pond. They can survive in the winter, no problem at all. You've got to make sure that you're giving them enough food, but you've got to have a little bit of depth. They like a deeper pond because as they get bigger, they need a bit of depth to keep them their swim bladder balanced, basically. So if you keep them too shallow, as they get big, they'll start to turn upside down, stand on the head, and all that sort of malarkey. But right, we are in the process. I know this is all about koi, but koi people like fish, and fancy goldfish are also, let's say, in people's armory for something different that they like to keep, whether it's in tanks or in ponds outside. From Thursday, we will be opening our new fancy goldfish section in the shop. Had a bit of a mishap with one of the tanks yesterday that burst all over the floor, but That's life. But we're still going down the fancy route. We've got an extremely good supplier, and we've got some absolutely little gems coming on Thursday. So if anybody's about by the shop and you fancy coming to have a look at some a little bit different, pop into the shop. Even if you just want to have a look, but they're going to go, and they're going to go really quickly because I'm going to be pushing the fancy side of the business. So
I've put a little thing there. If anybody would like to see what the size of these Tamasabas can grow to, there's a bit of an idea of what size a Tamasaba can grow to.
yeah,
Look at the size of that bugger, man. It's massive.
I mean, this one's only a 15 cm, but it holds an extreme. Really, I wasn't there for the filming for this. I would have had this side on as well, so you could see the body shape. It's a bang. I think it's probably a male, but an exceptionally good quality fish. You know, both sides, really nice kiwa on both flanks, and a very well balanced fish as well, to say the least.
Brilliant white dorsal fin. It looks nice for up midlet fish too.
I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on because 100 is where it's at. We have agreed we will YouTube the delivery of the new koi to my pond. We will. Basically, what he's saying is that when it's time for me to deliver to Cole's pond, we're going to make a video. Right. We'll do a 1-minute timer, so 30 seconds left on this. And then we'll get back to the carp. Because no one likes goldfish, apparently. That's what
I'm surprised. These are mint. Yeah, it's nice, Lorraine, that.
You'll like it more than that, Lorraine. Honestly, darling, when you see it, it's a beautiful little Tamasaba. There's 10 seconds left.
Bubble and Finn says she shared the link to the live on all of the Facebook groups that she is a part of, mate. 105 there for a sneaky.
Oh, mate. Ooh. 105. 2 minutes, we'll start again. Nice one, Mike. There you go. 2 minutes. Well, let's call it a minute. We'll do a minute timer.
Yeah, sorry. Answered him back pretty quick there. Oh, now we've got it. It's on.
1 minute timer starts again. I'm going to do 1 minute timers, I think, just to push it. Oh, fucking hell. Not be my over. Sorry about that, guys. 1 minute timer.
Lorraine's reply there, it blew your mic over.
No, it's like having to go there and knocked it over. I broke my nail.
You broke a nail. Oh my God.
I'm joking.
Manicure it more than before you get in.
Remember, these are certified by Marushan, i.e. they come with a certificate, with a seal of approval.
Is anybody else spotting a little bit of something on the head? Have you seen it, Lorraine? You're going to love it when you do. It's got a little heart above its right eye. Ex-military broken nail.
I didn't really break a nail when I was taking the pin. Sold to Lorraine. Well done, mate.
Just so I've got a little heart on its head too. You're right. There you go. Haven't missed the Tancho. No, you haven't yet, Chris.
Which one?
Facebook comment.
3 in today. If it's the Tancho Kohaku, no. If it's the Sanke Tancho, no. If it's the Goshiki Tancho, no. And that is Lorraine. Marcus.
Tamasaba if Krafty was a fish.
Mate, there's some things in that, mate. It's like you wait until I get some frog heads in, mate. I tell you. Well done, Lorraine, darling. Thank you very much for that. And also to Michael as well. So, right, here we go. Tancho. There you go. Just so no one's missed it.
Wow. God damn.
180.
That's some pretty nice Shiroji on that fish, mate.
It's got a beautiful shine to that skin, mate.
It has, hasn't it? Very much so.
I
ain't Ginrin, is it? That's just luster.
It's luster, mate. It's very similar to like the Takano type sheen that you get in the fish, but it just adds to it. I mean, what's really beautiful about this fish, Gaz, is not only are these a special invite NND for spending so much fucking money there. They're untouched, i.e. undoctored. The spot has not been tidied at all, which is something that, you know, I am extremely grateful for. On top of that, mate, Jumbo Tozai, these fish have been absolutely exceptional all year round. And for me, NND are a little bit underrated as a breeder because their fish are fucking next level, I personally think. Extremely good. Richard Bramwell in at £150. I'll take 150 quid, just so you're aware, guys. The Tancho spot has slightly moved. So those people that are unaware, as that fish starts to grow out and the skeleton starts to move, so does the skin on the top. So that Tancho spots will move as that fish is going through its infidelity. So as it's growing into a mature fish, that Tancho spot will move slightly with it. So it has slightly moved from when we first got it. I had a look back on our records this morning before I selected this because I was looking at what I wanted to put in. However, for a Tancho, I think it's a really high quality example.
Good quality one, mate. Yeah. And like you said, it's not being altered, has it? Plain to see.
No blade near it, which is, you know.
You might want to buy, whoever does get it, buy a bag of food to go with it with a mouth that size as well, because it's going to be shoveling that down it. Look at the size of its mouth.
Oh, wow. I mean, these are Jumbo Tozai, mate, you know, and they do hold a Jumbo bloodline. So, you know, if this had been in a heated pond this year, I dare say I probably could have had that up to 45, 50 cm quite easily, to be fair.
Come on, ladies and gents. Can't be only two people interested in a beautiful Tancho such as that. But this one would have been rocketing straight up there.
Yeah. You know, what more do you say about it? I mean, there's not a lot more to say other than the Benny is very stable in this one. You know, it's a very deep set in the skin. And, you know, 98% of that is sitting on the head, which is perfect, to be perfectly honest, you know.
Beautiful, mate.
That's where you want it.
Absolutely beautiful. What are you saying, Richard? Are you sticking another tenner on it? Sorry. Yes, Richard.
Yeah,
Top line. This should be looking more like 260, 270, 280, 290 and rising.
We'll keep it going. 140 people in the house. Thank you very much, guys. You got any Tancho?
I have two Marathon, but not Tanchos.
You've only got one in my pond. That's a Tancho Sanke. I haven't got a full-on Tancho.
No, me neither.
Got some nice ones in the shop outside of this. I've got some extremely high-end ones as well from Narita. So,
unsexed, right?
Unsexed, right? I won't sex them at this age, pal. I mean, looking at it though, you know, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'd like to think it was a female. The fins don't look overly big, but it's a bit young to be certain. Marcus knows. He's seen it. Okay. 2 minutes are on. Like I said, loads of fish to get through, guys. Let's not sit and long it out and whatever, mate. Let's put 2 minutes on and
2 minute timer then.
I think it's female, Cole, to be perfectly honest.
it's
I
female,
can't
isn't
put a guarantee on it.
Ryan says, get your bids in, guys, even though he's holding the top bid. What are you saying, Richard? Are you in or you're out, sir? There is no sniping here because the timer just gets reset next time you drop a bid in.
I think it's the fairest way, mate.
I do know, mate. I don't. I think with the slight server lags that you get when you're doing it online, to have it without a timer and allowing sniping in at the last minute is just unfair because that person could literally be trying to instantly reply.
Yeah, mess it up a bit, delete it, put it back in, and then the
165 strong bid there.
Andrew, mate.
I'll have that.
2 minutes is restarted, guys. My missus has been held up at work because
she did. I'm pretty sure she typed in, we are watching live in the office with the girl.
Yeah, she'll be keeping an eye on me, like, that's a sure fact. I bet that was right at the start, weren't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah, most people are reckoning female there.
Yeah, I think so, mate. But like I said, we can't guarantee. Don't forget, I am a dealer, so if I say it's female and don't turn out to be a female, if it goes to the wrong person, they start kicking off. So that's why there's no guarantee.
Yeah. Unset.
I think it probably is a female. That's a
Facebook bid there from Andrew, isn't it? 165.
Yeah.
In case anybody's wondering, that's a Facebook bid, which logo in the bottom corner. I was wondering.
That's a minute wrong, guys. That means you've got a minute to win it.
What are you saying, Ryan? For a £5, that's just a cost of coffee on your way to work tomorrow morning.
Well, yeah.
In fact, it's a small cost of coffee on your way to work in the morning.
Well, if you come to the Koi Cafe, mate, you could have 2 for that price.
Yeah.
Just saying. Andrew Bell. So Ryan's keeping his missus happy.
I bet you're so glad that somebody outbid you then. She just rang me for the pub laughing her head off.
10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. That is sold to Andrew Bell.
There you go. Congratulations, Andrew. That is a beautiful fish, mate. And if you wanted to take part in this Thursday night's GKP Live, you could also show that fish in the Koi Appreciation for Perfect Aquatics. All you got to do is join the Gazza's Koi Pond community on Facebook to enter your fish. No prizes to be won, just appreciate.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you into a little secret. That is less than half price for what it is in the shop.
Yeah, that's why
but
you can't keep hold of them all, mate. We need to make room for what we're bringing in this season.
Yeah, we do. But this, I think that so far you guys are winning when it comes to
free swag bags that have been won.
Right, Ryan has asked how much is our sake? Our sake, mate, is as per Sake Akari's pricing structure. Nobody should be selling it less than that.
Do you not offer?
They'll probably lose their account, to be perfectly honest.
Do you not offer a, what is it? Price matched in?
We do, as long as that price match. Well,
within the recommended.
Yeah. So basically, let me just explain something to people. Okay, online or via any texting or whatever, you cannot sell sake as part of the agreement with Sake Akari. You cannot sell it for anything other than the price that they tell you can sell it for.
Recommended.
Right? So basically, our hands are tied, and there's a big reason for that. The reason is that number one, you have to pass certain criteria in order to be an authorized dealer of sake. Number two, we have overheads to pay, and there are sake akari being bounced around online at cost price. You know, that's fine, but the people doing that are doing it for another reason, which is to try and gain your custom. But what that is doing is undercutting the dealers that do it properly, that have got overheads to pay, so we can keep producing good koi for you. Those people will eventually lose their accounts because sake do get to hear of it, and they will lose their account. So, you know, I'll say cash in with them if you can, but if not, if you're in store, we have got the ability to offer you different prices because it's not advertised. So what we do in store is up to us, but how we advertise it elsewhere has to be as per the dealership program. Right. So yeah, it's the price it should be, mate. Just to give you a smaller answer. I don't have to waffle sometimes, don't I? Right.
Nice to hear the explanation behind it, mate. Kevin says, well said. Oh my God. That looked good. That looked good on the line, but it didn't look that good, mate. Just by the quality of the video. I just got to this fish when we were just looking at it before your show started. That's a banger, is that, Colin? So, oh right, sorry, I nearly give you then straight in for a bid at 450 quid, mate. Unless obviously you wanted to bid 450 for that fish, Colin, because that is a banger. Ginrin Nisai Asage. A Fuchi. That head pattern, yeah. It's banging that, mate, isn't it? It's a lovely fish.
There's one little thing on this fish that makes it quite special. I'm just wondering if anyone in the comments can tell me what that is, because I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, I think I know what it is.
Reserve is not met. There is a small reserve on this fish. What are you saying, Gus?
What I think it is.
No, don't give that bit away just yet.
Mate,
Ginrin developing extremely well. Benny has come really quite well into the second part of the season, to be fair. Just started to see it leak round onto the head. He's had quite a clean head about 2 months ago, so that's come right quick to be. Colin's got it, but he had spent it. But he probably copied Alan. So, right, what makes this fish quite special is what Alan has written on the screen. So, it's a Kanoko Ginrin Asagi. I purposely left the Kanoko out of the title to ask that question. So, just to give you an idea, so the Kanoko, probably don't see it too much on this video, but you'll see that the red along the lateral line is actually center scale, and you get a white outline around the scale, which is really, really quite sought after in Asagi, which is why there's a reserve on this. And this one is very, very good. So the gin in this fish is exceptionally good. The Benny is well, developing really well, even into the dorsal fin. An exceptionally quality fish from a Fuji. I will not be selling at £100, guys. So don't delay. You need to get some dollar. It is extremely, extremely special to get this sort of fish. What does Alan know? And I'm quite surprised with 160 people in.
That's blown me away, man. I thought this one would have been running like the clappers, man. That's an exceptionally good Asagi, man. Again, is to die for, isn't it?
Oh, mate. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Nisai.
What's the reserve?
To be fair, it's £200, guys, the reserve. You know, and that's super cheap anyway. You know, you can tell by my voice that, you know, if people think that fish is not worth 200 quid, then you know, that's mental. But if I don't see 200 quid in the next 30 seconds, I'll put a 2-minute timer on. I'll tell you what, 2-minute timer's on. I'm not going to constantly talk about. Okay, I'm not going to constantly talk about the fish. The fish sells itself. What I will say is that you've got a very, very lovely, high quality Kanoko, which is quite a rare style of Asagi, and Ginrin, just to throw that in the mix as well. So, look at the head itself. Head is absolutely spotless. There's not a shimmy on it, which, for me, that's. I'm quite surprised that this fish has not left the pond. And I say that about a lot. But... Okay, so
it's Kanoko, mate.
Is the Benny too high? Right. So again, this is where people search for perfection. No, is the answer. Is it? Would it be a demerit? Yes, but right, it doesn't take away from all of the other qualities, i.e., the Kanoko, the quality of the Benny, the shape of the fish, the Hiroshima gin that is that Hiroshima? It's probably more Nagata type gin that's in that. All of those other qualities would score extremely well. Just because there's a little bit of high Benny, don't mean to say it's not a fish that's worth going for. So again, stop looking for perfection.
Just keep talking it up a little bit, mate, because Rick might be trying to get a signal in France.
Okay. Well, I'll just hold back. Is he watching, Rick?
He did say he would try tune in if he could. You found it.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you now, mate, that would go very nice with the other Asagi you picked up, wouldn't it?
100%. I mean, Marcus see what this was going for in the shop, so I am letting it go cheaply at £200, very cheap actually. But like I said to the guys today, it's like I feel quite guilty.
205 from Steve.
I feel quite guilty when fish get held in the ponds at work, because I could if I wanted, but I'm not going to push them, to body them up, to force the growth in them. And I would prefer the guys that buy it to achieve that, So it's quite nice to see the development and keep the quality of the skin. Don't risk having things fall to pieces when you push too much. But it's worth 210 quid, guys.
There you go. That's why beat me to it. Kanoko scales raise above the lateral line, and it's supposed to do so.
Thank you, Mr. Tate. So there you go, guys. That's for those people that aren't aware. Alan Tate is the chairman of the Joint Standards Committee for koi judging. In other words, he runs the joint standards, which is basically what is written to judge fish. And there's not anybody in the country that knows better than Alan, in my opinion.
Yeah, you could see that Kanoko spread along the full length of that fish's body, which is probably going to do, and I think that would just make it look even more impressive myself.
I only managed to get two of them, and they weren't nothing like this. That has developed really, really well over this season, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, the bit I like, Krafty, as well. It's that nice line of Benny running through the lower half of the dorsal too. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I mean, really, what should I mean? Again, the guys that are filming this, these auctions couldn't go ahead without the guys doing it. They don't have the koi knowledge that we do, so they're just doing a job to be able to sell the fish. But that should have been shown side on as well, so you can get to see the full quality. But I promise you, that's an absolutely fantastic fish.
Pecks are beautiful.
Steve, you don't need this fish, man. 225 with Steve.
The Don of koi appreciation. Mike, nice bid, mate.
Thank you, Mike.
That's only half a windscreen, that, mate.
I mean, we have got some bangers. I'll probably put a Goshiki on next, I think. Oh, hello,
I'm one of them.
Can I have a cuppa, please?
Hello, darling. Didn't see you come in
I'll
there.
literally come and sit down and cracked on.
I know, it's stuck in traffic.
It took me nearly 2 hours to get home.
2.5 for me. I only work round the corner.
Any Shiro?
No, not today, Roy. I kept Shiro out today, I think.
We got some Hiatsuris.
But there is two, but I'm only going to pick one because of the amount of fish that we've got, if I'm honest. Yes, Frank. I didn't know you were such a naughty boy. Koi channel, YouTube channel. He don't do a lot on it, but when he does, my God, the editing is fucking fantastic. And Mike's
his fish are fantastic.
A very good looking fella, mate. He's a good looking fella. Nice little comb over. Looks nuts.
Well groomed.
We've got 25 seconds. Currently 230 quid. Alan Tate said, you back from the pub early, Cal.
No, finished work at 5 and there was a massive accident. So I've only just walked through the door. I only worked, 20 minutes away?
20 minutes and 7.
Right.
15 seconds. 15 seconds, guys. Currently we're Mike Sullivan at 2:30.
If anybody wants to see a really nice in-ground pond, go check out the Koi channel because that is stunning.
Yeah, it's got some big ass fish and all, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got some big ass fish. Some very big fish. And he's tell you what, his filter house is clinical, man. Spotless.
Yeah. And he's a good looking fella. Did I mention he's a good looking fella?
You did mention that you were quite a fan of masculine.
He's all right. I'll tell you, his missus is punching. I'll tell you.
His missus is punching.
I've never met her, but she must be because he is model material, our Frank. So with Mark, then 240 quid. Looking for 250, guys.
Oh, you've escaped Mark out of the room. Sneaked in there with a quick oxo bid.
I'll tell you, one fish I love, mate, a saggy.
Yeah.
We've got
another.
another.
Oldest and original. Camera's back out.
Oh, yeah, his camera is back out. Yeah. I ain't going to promote what you've just been promoting yourself, though, because that'd be bad for business. But the Koi channel is what. How did he get that YouTube channel name?
Nobody else had taken it. He says it in one of his earlier videos. He couldn't believe the fact that nobody had actually done it and actually come up with that name. So he just stuck it in the Koi channel and got it.
30 seconds. Oh no, mate. What are the? I should have put in.
If you type in Koi channel, he's the first one, top at list.
You would as well. Everyone looks for fancy names, don't they?
Yeah, simple and
15 seconds. 240 were Mark from Sheffield. Is a lad. 5 seconds.
Oh, are you going to get it, Mark?
Sold to Mark.
That's you. That's it. That's it now, sir. Off you go back to your padded room for the evening.
Mark Oxo is a right bit of gravy, is Mark. 240 squiddly diddlies. Banging. Well done, mate. You won't be disappointed with that, Mark, mate. I'll put it with your other vat of fish you've got at the shop. Just saying.
Between him and Col. Him, Colin, and Rick.
Yeah. Colin, Rick, Mark. I'll tell you, all of them. Right, what are we going to do? Oh, I nearly messed that up. Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do this one.
Oh, now then, I've got an idea for you when we get to the end of this because I know what you said you were going to do. So I'll let you explain what you said. Winner's choice, right? Basically,
Oh,
ladies and gents, what you can do with this fish is you can bid on it, and at the end, whoever gets the win can pick whichever fish they choose. So look
Go
at
on
the
then,
big
mate. There's two to look at there, Gaz. Off your pop.
Stunning, mate. Doitsu high quality kajaku from Ofuchi. And in fact, if for me, mate, when you first popped them up, I were all over this one at the bottom, at the back, at the rear now. But when you look and get to see it now, and they're both quite equally a good patterned fish, aren't they? As you've said before many times, a nice, long, slender body, which is going to give them plenty of room, plenty of stage for growing. Well set. Pecs, beautiful big heads. Nice, clean zips to both of them. Banging fish. What's not to like at all with that one? Either on.
Just break them down, though, mate. What do you reckon?
Breaking them down.
Yeah, because they've got different qualities, which is why, for me, I wanted to put them both in, and they're not 100% perfect, either of them, right? Which is where people look for perfection, and it's proof that you can get two bloody nice fish.
Well, you can see both of them have got two totally different head patterns, aren't they? One with a Saroji background with Benny laid over the top of it. One with more of a Benny background with Saroji laid over it. So you've got kind of like mirrored images of each style. We've got a bigger set body to the one on the right coming down to us now. But again, that could be the difference between male and female. Clean pecs. Nice, good, long peduncle. Plenty of length from the back of the head through to the dorsal, which should indicate good growth. Banging fish, mate. Beautiful.
Yeah, and again, another one that has come on, and I say this because with the amount of fish that we have in the shop, some fish don't look as good at the start of the season, and what they do is they develop from their young tozai age into a more senior tozai age, if that's the way of explaining it. The development comes, and the pattern in these really started to break through recently, to a point where these fish have really only just started to get noticed. If I'm perfectly honest. Now,
yeah.
For me, somebody actually made the observation that I did. There you go, Jigsy's seen it. Right, the patterns are almost opposite, as if they've stolen a piece of red each and put it on them. And that's where the eye of the beholder, the beauty of the eye of the beholder comes in. It's like, which style do you like most? Do you prefer a heavier Benny pattern? Or
that's
do
what I mean.
you prefer a heavier Shiroji?
You couldn't have put in two better suited fish, mate, to give you a choice over. Heavy Benny pattern with Saroji nicely placed, or a large Saroji with a nice, soft, subtle Benny pattern overlaid.
Yeah.
Complete mirrored images of each other. Vice yin and yang. There you go. That's
the way of putting it, actually. A yin and yang. All right. So I will, when the winner wins this, I will come up with, I will do something after we've announced the winner.
A sneaker. Paul Spittle, is that right? £80.
Yeah, Paul Spittle. Are you, Paul? I hope you're well, my friend. So the zip doesn't really develop over time, mate. What you'll find is the scales will be more prominent as the sumi comes in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is you get that sumi is going to come up more into them, and then they'll stand out a lot more, won't they? As a nice dark line.
Yes,
it's like the what's the word? Almost like the fukrin kind of style that comes over a fish, where you get that web
the skin that
overlapping.
grows over the top.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
No,
on these being dots, you just get it straight down the center of the fish instead.
but what does happen? The scale will grow with the fish, so it will always stay nice and big. As that fish gets bigger, that scale will grow with it, so it will never lose that definition. You know?
So let's see what people's, let's just out of curiosity, let's see what people's choices would be. If we were going to say the head with the Benny red pattern, strong head Benny pattern, we'll call A, and we'll call the one with the white nose, the Soroji more on the face, as B. Which would you choose? Which would you go for, A or B? Forget about body, because obviously conditioning and feed and right pond temperature, these fish will progress and both fill out no matter where they go. So Mick would go for B. There we go.
Which one's B? White. The white nose B.
The white nose B, the red being A.
Okay, so that's, you count the A's, I'll count the B's.
They got 3 A's so far then.
5 B's so far.
To 5 B's. 6 B's. 7 B's. 8 B's. What? Oh my God. Well, it is not too far behind. 5 A's. Marcus C, yeah. Marcus going for the A.
That's surprising.
And Sarah Jones going with the A. That's making them roughly about a 50-50 split. Maybe not now.
What's Tia gone for? B, yeah, good.
Just curious, because it makes one wonder what each of us choice would be. But that's pretty much 50-50.
Nigel, Alan can't say, my friend, because he can't be seen to push a fish. There you go, and that's why he's gone X.
X has gone for the blue ball.
You've got to understand that these people have got positions that they have to adhere to certain rules, guys.
Which one will illustrate the most prominent zip, please? Thanks. I would personally say
that already tells you, the fish already tells you the answer to that, Angus, mate. Yeah. Right, I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on this. So currently with Paul.
At 80 quid, which is absolutely unbelievable. 85 for Sam.
Well done,
Sticking
Sam.
with it, Nigel says.
I'll tell you what I think afterwards, because I want the person that wins this to go for the fish they like rather than the one that I like.
Yeah, I know which one I'd go with.
Yeah.
And the only there's only one reason why. I know, really, for me, the one that I would choose. Paul, back at 90. Oh, Angus at 100. Sorry, my bad.
Craig, yeah, just while that's just carry on bidding amongst yourself, guys. So it's currently under £1. So Paul, you're out there, my friend. That's why we've got over a minute left for you to put that right. So certain people, like judges, they cannot be seen to have an opinion on dealers selling fish and which fish to buy, because that is them. If the person then went on to show, all right, then that means that Alan would potentially know whose fish that is, and then it could open up a bit of controversy, which is why they have to keep zip. Okay.
Which yeah. And it's completely understandable as well, isn't it? It makes perfect sense. It stops anybody pointing fingers or anybody saying or casting judgment or something that
20 seconds
to be unfair. Ooh, 20 seconds. Come on, gents, ladies. There's got to be somebody interested in that one. Either one.
5 seconds.
Angus.
Sold. Angus, well done, my friend. Bang on 2 minutes just to show you. Well, 0.14. Let's not split S. Angus, proud owner. Mate, that is absolutely banging. Now, what
Which
I am
one?
going to do is I am going to offer Angus the choice of fish. Which one would you like, Angus, please, my friend? I think you did put one in at the top. I'm sure I see you say which one you liked. But retell us either way, please, if you could. You see it.
I'm just flicking back through now, mate. I don't think he actually casted a vote. Redhead, the one with the red head, as opposed to the white nose.
Right. So red nose, Angus, the red nose rather than head. Is the one with the red nose or the white nose, mate? So I know which one you want.
The red nose one, he was one that he would like.
Okay, that's cool.
There we go. That makes it
Right then. So, Paul Spittle, would you like the one with the white nose for £90? Say yes or no. And if you say no, I will do another offer, and it won't be the person behind you. It will be something else. So, Paul Spittle, if you're still watching, I'll give you 15 seconds.
There you go. Straight in. Good man, Paul.
Excellent. So they're both sold. Excellent. Well done, guys. Thank you. So £100 for red nose.
Now, Paul, that's the one I would have gone with too, mate. And not because of the body or anything, purely just for the head pattern on that one. I like that.
Now, I would have gone with the white nose one. I didn't hear what you said, Gus.
The white nose one, purely for that head pattern, because it looks a little bit.
Pattern for me. I like the pattern. I like more Shiroji, but there's no right or wrong in that. They're both fantastic fish. It's just what you like as an individual. So I think that was a good option, Thank you for doing
we all
that.
said the same.
Right. Let's have a quick look. That was banging. Yeah, we'll go with this one. PA181.
Carl's comment. It's a bit about noses today. That's just wrong.
Right, bear with me, guys, because that is incorrect, that one.
Ooh, 90 quid, Paul, straight in there. Oh, no, sorry, that's his last bid. Sorry, my bad.
That's that one. So it's
Ryan
actually...
Clarkson be 30 quid. Try sticking a one in front of it, Ryan. This is Kawakami, high quality Goshiki Tosai at 20, just shy of 30 cm. 30 quid. I couldn't even buy a 15 cm Goshiki from Kawakami for 30 quid.
Right, if people had come to see me on this at the beginning of the year, these were probably about 20 centimetres. They was totally pale. The Benny was good, but over time, Richard knows what he's looking at. Over time, that Sumi in the scale pattern that you just to describe it has really started to come into its own, which is what people wasn't able to see when they was looking in the bowl, and they thought for the price that I was asking for these, they're not cheap. What you're seeing on screen is cheap, but these are exceptionally good Goshiki from one of the top 3 of the Goshiki breeders in Japan. And the Benny in this is absolutely divine. You've even got half a lip of Kucha Benny as well.
Yeah.
Which is,
Rushed out of door before finishing its makeup.
now, these were bought from somebody who was actually a Chinese dealer, believe it or not, in Japan, that had gone round selecting all the high quality fish from different farms in Japan to sell to their Chinese clientele. and it's a little bit like a Chinese version of Narita from Number One Koi. They've got what I call a gold card to get in to the best quality fish at the dealers. And the client that they'd selected for decided he wasn't going to come over, and they needed to get rid of these because they had more fish coming in. So we got them to come in and have a look, and I snapped their hand off.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Although, be it, I only bought half the pond, and that is because they tried to sell me them for Chinese type money, and it weren't happening. And I don't mean whatever the currency is in Chinese. I want about the levels that they was expecting from their client. And after about 3 different phone calls over 3 hours, they eventually give me the ones I wanted at the price I wanted. And they are still not at 150, and I feel quite heartbroken that this is not going more than that.
Yeah, I'm blown away, mate. Totally worth 250 quid starting bid, mate. I totally agree with that. I'll add it the starting bid, but
I will let this go at 150 quid. Although I don't want to.
This is the one that you've had that you put away in it. This is the one that we're in the. I know where this is. This not the one? Is that the Gin one?
That's a little bit later on.
Oh, that one's really good.
No advances on 150.
Blown away. Beautiful. Craig says 155, Craig.
Okay.
Gaz, Paul wants to know how to pay, mate. All you need to do, Paul, is ring the telephone number on the next. When this fish comes to the end of the sale, you will see a telephone number running across the bottom bar. If you give that telephone number a call tomorrow morning,
I'll put it on now for you,
which is going to be 01462 850 822 to make your payment tomorrow morning, starting with the reference number of your auction fish. Give him your name and address, pay your details, mate, and then the fish will be shipped out to you for a sum of £25.
So, reference for that last auction was PA 180. This one is PA 185. Have we had any advances? I'm just going to restart. The 2-minute timer has just been started, guys. I am absolutely gobsmacked that this is not going for more than that. Six more CM.
Was that PA 180?
Baby champion. Huh?
Was that PA 180 for Paul's fish?
What, the last one?
Yeah. Because there was 2 fish to that
180, mate. Okay, 1 minute 30 left, guys. Don't let this go for 150.
160 from Cole. 140 plus people watching. We're only a handful of people bidding this evening. It's not Christmas, is it? We're not due up to a big expensive season. It actually is Christmas. It actually is Christmas today for me. Both my neighbours' houses have sold. Freaking awesome. We get new neighbours shortly. Sorry. Colby 160. Any advances on 160? We've got Richard Ramwell that we're in at 150. Are you coming back with a 165? 99 days till Christmas, budget pond keeper set. I thought you were bidding there. 99 days till Christmas, man. Not like you're counting her out then, Chris.
Right, so that's a minute gone, 1 minute left. Still we're calling at 160, which is absolutely unreal.
Jake says feck off budget. I nearly did a cartwheel today, mate, when I got home. Swear to God.
Wow. exceptionally
Paul,
lovely
there
little
we
fish.
go.
Man.
Paul says, "I think thanks. I'm on your system. I'll be up there tomorrow to collect."
Nice one, Paul. Thank you. I do recognise the name, to be fair, mate. 20 seconds left, guys. Exceptionally good quality fish, man.
We got a Rebecca there that's giving it bar humbug gringe. Come on,
10
Rebecca.
seconds. Looking for fiver, at least another fiver.
Fiver. Come on. Everybody, £5 for that extra. Steal it off a call.
Sold. Colin, well in, mate. I'll put it with the other pond of fish you've got.
We ought to do a revisit to Colin's Pond.
Wow.
Yeah, that's blown me away, mate. Goshiki at that quality, only going for 160.
That's £365 in the shop. Just so you know, guys, right? So,
look at him. He just slapped you then, look. Mate, this is a steal tonight. Keep it up.
and they command that sort of money. You know, you won't get that sort of offer in the shop, guys, just so you know. And this was one of the fish today that I thought would do better than what it did. And people love Goshikis, and they generally go more when they're a darker colour rather than a lighter colour, which is where you should trust the process, but people don't. But anyway, Colin, you've got that, mate, for 160 quid.
Penny on it, it's mint, Col. That's going to look beautiful, mate. Have it round to Lee Hadfield's, get him to tattoo over half at lipping. Perfect.
Well, let me just delete that. That
Barry Hill says,
we'll delete
hi,
that. Have we done that? No, we're not doing that yet. Or that one, or that one. That's the one we were on. We've done that one.
That one, yeah. Oh,
that's all right. 3. Tamasaba is done.
have you seen that, Krafty?
Oh.
Your lass is watching last from work. She's straight into washing up. Oh, God damn. Right then, speed bidding now, ladies and gents. Which one are we stopping at? Go for the Asagi.
The video ain't doing this justice, to be fair, because it's not really bringing the Benny out in it, and I don't know why that is. But the Benny is very good in this bit. Guys, could you have a look? I think you'll see it when it comes around the bottom. For some reason, when it goes in that darker bit, the colour disperses somewhat. Let's do it anyway. See what it goes for. 186. 186. So best breeder in Japan for Asagi. Oya, it's Tozai. Benny's coming thick and fast on this. Again, if I was there for the filming of this, I would have turned it side on. You have got Benny underneath the lateral line all the way down. That's starting to really come hard now. So that will continue to develop round into the face and just get better and better as that progresses. So I haven't looked at any of the comments yet. No reserve on this, guys. No reserve. So people that know Oya will know the quality of his fish are absolutely insane. They grow like stink as well. I've got 2 big ones in the main indoor pond that are probably pushing 70 cm now. The biggest one of the 2. Can you go on the live stream, Gaz, to see whether or not I can pull that up, dude? I have got a stand at the Birmingham show, Nige, just so you're aware, mate. Again, really young fish, plenty to do, although already showing the signs of all the colour that you need. I see what you're saying now, Nigel. I will bring it up to Birmingham, mate, if you win it, my friend. That's not a problem. We're starting to get the bids in now. That's good to go. Keep it going, guys. Going in the right direction for this. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Yeah, what can you expect from it? Size, good quality, nice clean head. The Benny again is, there's less gamble. You're not going to have to wait too long before it's fully developed with its colour. In honesty, if that's what you're like, I prefer to wait until they're about 4 before I'm honest. But not everyone is prepared to make that sort of gamble, or have that sort of patience. Absolutely beautiful example. I did have 2 in when I was selected, and I was going to go with one that was showing no Benny, but again, the guys that were there said, yeah, you need to put the one in with a Benny in because it shows what it's going to do rather than those people taking those risks. So, evening, Vince. Thanks for joining in, mate. When's Birmingham show? Thought shows were done now. No, Craig. There's 2 shows.
Oh, yeah.
We've still got the Southeast Koi show, which is this weekend down in Kent. And then after that, the Birmingham Koi show, which I'll touch on in a while. Well, we've still got 150 people in. So, Junior Koi show in Birmingham. I'll just get the dates up. Guys, if I send you a picture, will you put it on your phone so I can bring it up? What's going on?
You're sending it in. There you go, mate. This is there.
Okay, so just while we're ticking over on that, so Junior Koi show on the 5th and 6th of October. That is the last show of the season, and it is a Junior Koi show. We do need to get behind this show, guys, and the reason for it, 2 reasons. Number 1, it's a Junior Koi show, so fish in there go no bigger than 65 cm, size 5, which means this. Anything can win the GC. It doesn't have to be a 1 meter Goshiki that everyone moans about. All right. Absolutely any variety can win. In fact, I believe on Thursday, the show chair, Mike Gold, is going to appear on your show, Gaz, as I mentioned to you before.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a little chat about this, but I do believe that we're doing a Grand Champion A, Grand Champion B, right? Which is what you want. The other thing I like about it is it's at the end of the growing season for those show people, which means that you ain't got to interrupt your pond, right, in the middle of the summer in order to get your fish out. It's towards the end of that part of what we do in the UK, which means that if you plan how you grow your fish, you can get some bloody good body on that size and wind and have the potential to take top honours, which is the GC. And it's also a good starting show for people that want to start showing, right? But we'll talk more on that on your live, Gaz, on Thursday at 7:30. Right, how do I do this bit now? Let's remove that and then put us up there. Wow, I've done it first time. Dead chuff. So I'm going to put 2 minutes on then, guys. Ooh. In fact, I'm going to put 1 minute on because I've been waffling on. So we'll do a 1 minute timer. Currently, we're Mike Sullivan at 1:20. I promise you guys, the video don't do it justice. It's probably a little bit too dark, but the red is fantastic and it's in all the right places. Only getting better. One of my favourite. I'm looking forward to February when I go back out there. We'll be getting some more stunning Nasagi. I love picking Nasagi.
For all those that might be interested, there is a link to my channel if you want to hear anything more about said events that Krafty was just talking about this coming Thursday.
I will also promote another website. and it's called Koi Events.
Koi events?
Koi Events, mate. So, 10 seconds. I'll come on to that in a minute. 10 seconds, looking for another fiver. 10 seconds. One minute. Stop. Mike Sullivan. Well, in Mike, you've got yourself a banger there, mate. That is, I love my Asagi, and that's a real good fish, mate.
And there's a Koi events link there as well, ladies and gents.
120. Mike, I know you've got all our details, mate, so I won't harp on all about that. Fantastic, thank you. We still need to have a chat about the windscreen on my car, mate, as well. I ain't forgotten. So Koi Events, a guy called Paul Prentice loves his koi. Self-funded a website so he could put all of the koi sort of events that go on. Give him a little bit of money to help sponsor his website, but it literally puts all the growing shows on, all the shows, etc., etc. So have a look on there if you're unsure what's coming up, and hopefully if Paul keeps up to date with it, it's good. Sorry, Carly, mate, I've just called time on that one about a minute ago, mate. I'm waffling on, so I do apologise. However, I've got more in store. If you're local, come and pop in and you'll be able to pick yourself one out. Bang cheap. Right then, where do we go next, Gaz? Let me just delete that one so I know I've done it.
Utsuri.
Right, let's have a look. Am I going to do one of these? Which one? Right, guys.
That one.
This is number 1. This is number 2. Which one do you want? Number 1. It's got more orange or red. That one's a little more checkerboard, but more to me. Both unselected by me.
Brian says. Colin, these 300 quid all day long. Number 1 for.
Okay, number 1. And which one did I say was number 1? That one.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the one then. PA117.
Yeah. On number 2 from Lebo's Koi, and everybody else is saying number 1 up to press. 1, 2,
okay,
3.
so again, guys, these are certified from Shinoda. They are hand selected by me from Shinoda's Best Tozai Pond.
Bruce Hodge in 100 quid.
There will be a reserve, guys, because I'm not letting these go too cheap. And nowhere near where we need to be. So let's get warmed up. 110 now, Bruce.
150 from Richard.
150. Right then. So
Bruce, 175.
in the flesh, these fish are exceptional quality to a point where if I could grow these to, let's say, 70 centimeters, right, people would be all over them like a tramp on chips.
That's mint, that, mate.
Again, I have taken these 2 shows and people overlook them, and there's no reason why. I think the grade of these, when you get them to the right size, are show quality fish. If you can keep the quality that they've got, because I promise you, the skin is exceptionally good. The sumi is exceptionally deep black, and there is minimal dusting, which is the black speckly sumi that you see in the red of the fish. Both pecks are black. The body frame exceptionally good as well. I promise you guys, these fish are next level in the utsuri world.
Tell you something that gives it a little bit of something quirky there. If you look at the, now then, what would they be classed as? The rear pecs On the left-hand side, we've got a nice patch of sumi there with an orange peck or a benny peck. And on the opposite side, we've got benny with a black peck, which totally sets it off right. Perfect. Look at that. That's cool.
Again, it's like we need to go back. I think that if that umbrella weren't in this, it
What
would
they
be
call
better, if I'm honest.
the back ones.
I've got a lot of these in store, all certified. That there's not a bad one amongst them. They are all fantastic.
Are these some of the ones that you took to the
Yeah, new it. Yeah.
They're into bad fish amongst them, mate. They're all beautiful, though.
Mate, they're all fantastic. I mean, all the show people that come round said, if they was bigger, then I think more show people would go for them. But because they was the size they were at the price they were, because we had obviously the Tozai pond that was cheaper, it made them look well overpriced. But they're obviously not because of the quality that they carry.
Yeah.
And I weren't giving them away. I'm not, Richard Bramwell 230. These are out of Shinoda's best Tozai pond. And if you go back on my Facebook on Perfect Aquatics, you will actually see a small video of me picking these out with Shinoda, flipping a few fish in every now and then. Okay, so slow down a little bit. So I'm going to start the 2-minute timer. Yeah, it's true, Craig, as well. They are.
Vicky bought 5 of them, mate, and there were only 5 of the smaller ones. I know already they're pushing nearly 30 cm, and that's only halfway through this season.
Yeah.
They're only, I think, 15, 16 cm when she got them. Well, pushing over 30 now, most of them.
Dave was there today. He made that long journey up from down by Somerset. 230 quid. That's cheap. Yeah, thank you, Lise. Yeah, they will. You keep feeding them. They'll keep growing. Minute to win it, guys. 1 minute left on this one. Currently 230. Very high quality Shiro. Utsuri from Shinoda. Like I say, is also certified as well.
Excuse me. Sorry.
And if I'm honest, I would have, if it was me personally picking, I would have gone with the other fish over this one.
I like that one, mate. I like the black
Yeah,
nose and head
banging, but when we go back to that personal opinion.
Yeah. Again, for me, it's the head pattern. It's the Benny pattern over the head and the eyes. It just looks like
a great mask on it. A good,
like
real nice, quirky mask over its eyes, mate.
Yeah, it does.
10 seconds. Looking for another fiver, guys. Or Rich takes his cheat. Sold. Richard Bramwell.
Sorry.
PA1.
I was polite. I didn't cover my mouth.
Sorry. Can I have that light on, please? Yeah, it's better with it on because it's got darker. I think. £230, and that is Richard.
Bargain. It is bargain. Gaz Jones says, I like the other fish. So just for Gaz Jones and Lebo, we're going to start the bid off.
Okay, then. So new fish is on then, as other people liked it. 182.
So there you go. The people that said they liked it would like to see your bids coming in now. A starting bid of £200.
Now I am saying there's a typo on there. Let me just have a look at what the other one was.
There's other 38.
Yeah, right. Just bear with me. I'm going to put that typo right.
Bruce Hodgin at 50 for a starter.
I'm sure.
Lebo. Oh, Dave Bradley, you got me there, man.
Okay, won't go at £50, guys, just so you know. Again, this would have been my pick over the two, like I said earlier.
You prefer a heavier set Sumi, though, don't you?
I do, mate. The other thing I like about this is the windows of the he.
Yeah,
that's a sort of Hiatsuri I prefer. It's more packed. 50. It's not going to go at £50, guys. So again, this is from the same pond the last fish was. It's got an exceptionally good structure to this fish. The Sumi is ink black, and the pattern is to die for. And again, minimal dusting on the fish as well. It will not sell for £50. Body's excellent, mate.
It's a good body. They're both a beautiful fish, mate, in their own ways.
They're exceptional, mate. You know, there's, you know, for the Hiatsuri themselves, like they come in different guises. Everyone looks for the checkerboard pattern. You're not far from it on this fish, which is one thing that I really like. You're never going to get that perfect checkerboard for the prices that we're asking for in the UK over here. I'm not going to say what we're asking for in store, but the last one sold cheaper than what we're asking in store for these. So again, you guys are winning, but I'm surprised that no one likes this one.
Would you let this fish go for 225?
Yeah, would you?
There we go, Bruce. Your last bid that you made on that fish prior to this fish was to 225. If you want to match your price for 225, the fish is yours, mate. We're talking sensible bids.
That's the bid you need to put in. I will sell it at 225, but we're not where it needs to be. I'm not going to let it go too early or too cheaply.
Oh, she's rising now. She's off.
And again, guys, it is a certified fish from Shinoda from his best Tozai pond, hand-picked.
Paul, you're going to have to just up one a little bit, mate, because you just both come in just after each other there. Yours was a second bid at 80. 125 from Bruce. There's a 2.
Still not at the reserve, guys.
Trying to help you out.
Certified Hiatsuri, very high quality. All the clues are there. All the clues are there, guys. This is not a cheap fish.
Come on, ladies and gents. Where else would you get a certified Hiatsuri from Shinoda from? Just shy of 30 cm.
Okay, 2-minute timer's on.
You won't get it for anywhere else for less than 300 quid.
I'm not selling at 125. Again, this is a fish I'd have in my pond.
I would have had either of them in my pond.
Different to anything that I'm doing here. I'm just like, you know, if that was available,
honestly,
and I was
so
after one, I would put that in my pond.
I don't think there hasn't been a single fish this evening that I wouldn't have had in my pond.
I mean,
and I'm even going to say the same about the Shisui, and I don't like budgies, but that one that you picked out of them two, mate, is mint.
I mean, for me, that the other Hiatsuri is not my type of Hiatsuri, so that wouldn't go in my pond. But it was an exceptionally good fish, and you know that's taste for you, you know. This for me has got a better body structure. So,
as you were saying on the windows on this, they're only going to open up more as the fish gets bigger, aren't they?
Well, yeah, of course they are, mate. You know, it's like as that fish gets bigger, so does the pattern. You know, that's the forward vision that you've got to have when you're buying Tozai. Again, guys, not selling at 125. I do apologise, Bruce.
Put an extra one in front of it, Bruce. You might be able to steal it, mate.
Put 1,125 quid. I wouldn't take that off of you, mate. I'd bring it down 25 quid. So 15 seconds left, guys.
Evening family car. Hope you're good, mate. I hope the guys are good.
5 seconds. Unsold.
Yeah, stick your bag in shop, mate. It'll go.
Mate, oh yeah, definitely go. No problems. There you go then, guys. Let's have a look at this one. Everyone's favourite.
Yeah.
No slouch.
That's nice. Doitsu Ochiba. Perfect time, actually. The perfect time of year to buy an Ochiba just as we're about to drop into autumn. Autumn leaf on open water. There we go. Nice pattern that too, mate. The body's perfect.
It's from Sanke Ko as well, who
Yeah.
is the uncle of Sakai down in the south of Japan. Look at that zipper.
Yeah. Perfect.
Absolute
All the way
belter.
through. I like
All
the
the way
scalation towards the base of the peduncle as well.
Yeah, Doitsu, I mean, again, is the video picking it up well enough? No. You have got that really nice dark line coming around the bronze pattern on that fish. A really nicely well balanced pattern as well. For a Doitsu fish, exceptionally good.
Somebody do us a favour and let Mark out of his room, please. Cole, come on. You
Again,
are mad.
another one on these.
Beautiful.
Cole's got a Doitsu Ochiba, mate. He got another little banger off of us.
You can't beat having two, mate. There's
That's
always
true.
more than one leaf on your pond, isn't there? You never have just one.
You know, I mean, we are sort of held back on the filming of these because we can only get a 30-second video per upload.
That's the only
Which is
trouble.
why we have to loop. Otherwise, we'd spend a little bit more time showing the fish. But with regards to this fish itself, it's a beautiful little tozai that is quite hard to get hold of the quality that these are. Being a Doitsu, you do get Doitsu fish, but good ones are quite hard to come by in the Ochiba states because they get swallowed up, and they get swallowed up really quickly by higher prices because of how fabulous they look. Now, what you find is that the bronze color changes in the temperature of the water, and this is now starting to look as it's gone through the heated section of the seasons. The bronze has really got lovely and deep, and what you'll find in the winter is that will retract back somewhat and almost sort of lose that deepness. It may even retract all the way down. I can't imagine it will, looking at how deep the color is, but I have had a Ochiba in the past where that red pretty much just turns grey and sits just under the skin, and then come the heat again, it blossoms. I look absolutely banging. And one reason why the Ochiba sits up the top in my favourite varieties is because of that colour change. Not only that,
one of my most favourite fish to see at shows these, mate. When you see these Doits at 70 and 80 cm, man, they're absolutely unreal.
You know, I mean, yeah, you've got to get an exceptionally good fish to get a Doits at that 80 cm. You're probably pushing it a bit there. More 65, 70.
I've seen some clonkers though, mate. Some of them must be close to that kind of size of them.
I mean, they probably are, but they're few and far between. But with bloodlines that Sakai use, there's a chance you're going to, in the ponds that we own, 65, 70 is not unheard of. You know, getting them past that takes probably a bit more space, a bigger, deep. You see my dog in the background wanting.
Yeah, I was begging to.
She wants a ball. It's like that time of night, 8:30. That's like, want me ball. Yeah, you get them mental, and you get them to that size. Now, again, what I will say is they get that lovely dark outline around the pattern. You may just be able to see it, but it's there. And where it's not, it's coming. So 90 quid, I'll sell it at 90 quid. I'll put a 2-minute timer on. So 2 minutes is on, guys. Just looking for bids that you think is worth having on there, but no more, no less than a £5, thanks. There you go, Mike. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, right? Sit on it, Mike. You may just find that that pigment reignites next year when it starts warming up. Pack it up.
Excuse
Look
me,
at
then.
£95 minimum. Again, Sanke Koi fish. You know, no splotch. This comes out of my best pond, my best Tozai pond.
It's beautiful, mate. And the zip on that, man, it's mint, isn't it?
Yeah, the tail end of that I really love, to be perfectly
Stunning.
honest, mate.
Dave Bradley at 100.
I'm going to restart that 2-minute timer to make sure that Ryan don't miss out. The skin on all of these fish, mate, you know, we've been really, our fish have been really, really well cared for this year, and the skin has been exceptionally good on. The skin has been exceptionally good on every single fish that we've kept in the shop, and that's a credit to the team of people that, you know, work in the koi department. It's not just me; it's the other guys that do all the filter cleans, all the treatments and whatnot. You know,
Would that be classed as a? No, it's not. Doesn't matter.
Okay, mate.
I was just going to say, would it be classed as a maritime? But it's not, is it?
No, it's not, mate. No.
It's too far down and not centre head, is it?
So 1.5 remaining.
Isn't it?
Yeah, so it's for me. I like the Doitsu pattern, different to a scaled fish's pattern. I like the Benny in it because it's unbroken by the scale. I just love the way it looks like it's painted on. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I like about the Ochiba in a Doitsu. When it's almost, when it's settled and it's got to its, you know, potential and it's at its best. When you see that cut out line, it literally is like being painted on with a paintbrush, isn't it? It's mint.
You know, I mean, there'll be people looking at that saying it's got one red peck, one white peck. So what, man? The body on that fish and the colour and the skin and the quality is there.
When you look at that, though, it balances up with the front right heavy.
Yeah, but again, it's unfinished. When you look at development, there's a chance that will retract back in anyway, and then more will develop into the other fish. You know, don't look at now, look at development and potential. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but there's a bloody good chance of it. 20 seconds remain. I like your logo, Mark, as well. That's banging. 15 seconds. Currently, we'll mark at 110.
Then you advance at 110 from Dave.
Sold, Mark Lester for £110. Good, well done, Mark. That's banging. Exceptionally good fish, mate, for that money. Congratulations, my friend. I think you've got our. I'm looking at the wrong bloody part. I think you've got our details, mate. But if not, telephone number is going to skim across the bottom. All you need to do is give us a call. Tell us if you want delivery or not. And the guys, you don't have to speak to me when it comes to payment, guys. Just let me make that clear. I may not even be in work tomorrow. The guys are very aware of what fish belong to what person. So you can speak to them, make your payment, and arrange your delivery, etc. We have had people saying they want to speak to me. I'm not always available. And that in itself, I know may be a disappointment to some, but, you know, I've got quite a large business to run and I can't always be there. So I apologise in advance for that.
Nice fish, that, Mark.
Right, cool. Let's have it. Let me just delete that one. I know it's going to go black, but I don't care. Have we done that one? Yeah, we've done that one. That was
That
unsold.
one could go black as well. The other
we've
one
done
didn't
that
sell.
one. That one can go.
Oh, you're a little late.
Anyway, that's the end of the auction because I don't want to sell any more fish that's coming up. It's like I'm longing it out. So which one do we put on?
That one's
no,
that one's sold.
We've done that one.
Yeah.
I think I might have just deleted the wrong file.
Oh,
Let's go with that one. PA1
Tancho Sanke. Sensible. Beautiful fish. 27 cm. Jumbo Tosai. NND.
Again, people are going to be looking for perfection. Hear what I say when I say the Tancho spot moves.
I think
Right.
that one's a bid from the previous fish.
Oh, is it?
On the last one.
My apologies. I'll keep it off. I actually find it quite quirky that the Tancho spot's slightly offset. It has moved slightly since we brought it in. But what else it has done, it is really starting to blossom its sumi, which was really, really deep set when these first come in. Again, special invite. I weren't allowed to select these. I was only allowed to take 20 pieces, and they all come from a pond of, I think it was 100 or 200 fish. Currently, we're Craig at 50. I will sell it at £50, and I'm losing a huge amount of money if I do.
60.
I'm not seeing that.
That was mine. If you're not going to sell it for 50 quid, I'm down.
Yeah, the sumi was sitting really deep, which made this a little bit more of a, should I say, a less looked at fish because people don't have that 2-year vision that I have. Again, Tancho's spot is undoctored. It's not been under the knife in Japan, which is something that I really enjoy. I'm not somebody that likes to have stuff underneath a knife. One of my favourite varieties, Tancho Sanke, and with this, the sumi is going to come and it's going to tighten up. And what more would you want but a body full of Subo sumi, which is what this is. Now, the pepper pot pattern that you see in the sumi is excellent. You have got it in tight spaces all the way down, and it does get a little bit, tight, grander towards the back. When that comes, it will retract back, and it will get tighter and tighter. So, coming from a jumbo line, Tejame is just starting to form in the pec fins as well. Body shape, exceptionally good, as were all of these NND fish. So, you know, I was quite blessed. I was quite blessed to be able to showcase these fish because I only went to, I think it was 5 dealers in total. Yeah, 5 dealers. Currently with Gaz's koi pond at 80. Back to Ryan at 85. And for those people that haven't seen NND's adult fish, I would encourage anyone to have a look at them on YouTube or on Facebook. They're very well, social-wise, they do more than other breeders. But look at some of their adult fish. The volume and the mass that they come on is insane. And I just think they're a little bit underrated as a breeder. And we've had lots of chats and people think it's something to do with NND. They have got a huge following in Asia, but never seem to have broke through like properly in the UK. Although be it, you know, is to get their fish at the level these are is actually well, a blessing really, because Makoto doesn't let you in unless you get that rapport, you know. And he took me to some special places before he even opened the door to these.
Go on, gals.
Currently at 85.
I'm surprised you even let it go for that, mate.
I shouldn't really.
Awake, Crafty.
Yeah.
Awake, indeed.
I paid more than that for him.
Yeah, I know you did, mate.
You know, you've only got to look at it, right? So again, people will look at imperfections, right? Again, people that are looking at the imperfections because the spot is slightly off, they don't even show. You know, and even if it was in a show, it would still come under a Tancho. Would it be marked down slightly? But you know that you'll be up against Showman's Tancho, which you know are not 85 quid. Put it that way. Really, I need to see at least another £45 on that in order for me to break even. Looking for £90. Any bidders on 90?
25 quid. LW. £25 for postage.
£25 postage anywhere mainland UK. LW. I'm going to put a £2 2-minute timer on it.
Carly Clapham, sorry, 90 quid. Should have just been easier to say CC.
Yeah. Slightly behind Andy.
No LW. If you bought more than one fish and they couldn't all get in one box, you would still only pay the 25 if they have to box them into two, mate.
Yeah, I'm just going to stop the clock while I explain that, just to be fair. Appreciate you've only just joined. Anyone that is wondering the same thing, you will pay a £25 delivery fee. If you take more than one fish that requires more than one box, me and the staff will dictate whether or not it needs that, but you will only ever pay one £25 fee.
Facebook bid at 95. YouTube bid at 100. Mark Lester.
Mark's in at 100. 2 minutes on.
Look at the skin luster on it, mate. And that is a very nice, deep Benny spot. Deep, deep bread in that. Still got a fair lot of development to do. In the Suma, it's going to be a nice, well placed, isn't it? Well balanced to fish that when it comes up and through on pattern. Showing well for a jumbo tosai, mate, isn't it? 105 for CC. And he advanced on 105. Shiroji on this is crystal white, mate. It is. Yeah. You're going to see it, can't you? No, you can see that luster in its skin. Almost looks skin. It's not. Obviously, that is skin quality luster, which actually, let's tell you what it is. Hang about. Bear me 1 second. Somewhere here.
Got 45 seconds left.
Tsuya means luster, and teri means shine in Japanese. So there you go. Tsuya. The Tsuya on that Saroja is spectacular. Putting it into a sentence for you.
I like it, mate. Like we're in a lesson. I've sent you a lesson on a chat, mate.
Another lesson. God damn it.
We have got 1 minute left because I've just fucking stopped it and reset it without knowing I'd done it. I do apologise. Put it on a minute. So I have just had a bid on the telephone for 110.
Telephone bid at 110.
I'll restart that timer. This is far too cheap. Far too cheap. Restart that timer. Ah, sneaky. Restart that timer. One and a half minutes left.
Colin, let's talk about the weather.
We only do increments of £5, Carly, darling. I do apologise. It's 125. It's got to be, otherwise people start putting £1 bids in. And this is already less than half the price. One minute left. Looking for 125. Well done. It's on you, Gaz, if you're still in.
It's a bit hard to have a poker face where you can be seen, isn't it?
Thing is, though, mate, I'll tell you what they go for.
You did say you ain't got a Tancho, and I am, mate. I've got a Maritime, but I ain't got a Tancho.
Put another bid on, mate. Kids can go hungry, but they won't die. All right, they can go hungry for like, I think it's 3 weeks before they actually croak it. So as long as you can feed them within 3 weeks, you'll be all right.
Oh, Mark had one for you early in the year. Otherwise, he'd go for this.
One minute left. Looking for 140, please.
Get kids fed at school.
Man, it's like baked beans on toast, like, you know what I mean? I lived on that as a kid. And see, I like the way that you've gone quiet now. You got your money on it. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna keep talking the fish up because I mean they sell themselves. It's like, I mean, this is a steal all day long on its own, mate. These fish are exceptionally good, and when they put their size on and that sumi breaks through, that's already. I'll restart that timer, mate. You was 10 seconds out there. You know, again, not a finished fish. If that sumi was up, and it was showing how good a quality these will become, you're not doing £1 bids, Brad. I just told it's got to be fivers, mate.
Everywhere we go.
Yeah, if that sumi was up and it was a finished fish, people would be bidding a lot more on it. But you've got to have that 2 year vision of the body, the size, and more of the development. Again, that Tancho may even move more central again, all right, because the spots do move. And they tend to get more one-sided when they're younger as well. So they'll tighten up towards the centre as they get bigger. So I don't know if I restarted the clock, but if I didn't, we got 1 minute and 5 left. Looking for 150. That's what I said, mate. It's true.
I've got some. I've got some, Craig.
Yeah, you have got Sake, haven't you?
I've got Sake.
Looking for 150, 40 seconds.
Oh.
I'm going to put a 1 minute timer on now. I don't want one to drag out all night. We've got plenty of others to go. 1 minute timer. So 10 seconds has gone. Colin's Asen. You can tell he's had a couple of beers now. They're starting to come thick and fast, aren't they? Currently with Edlesborough Koi Pond. 30 seconds left. Are you in, Gaz? Don't fucking start with pom bombs. I'm not having it.
The pom-poms just been dropped in.
1 minute timer.
It was the beret that tipped it.
Again, this is a steal. This is less than the show price on these, which is fucking insane. Clean head other than that big spot. 1 minute timer starts again.
It's me out, man.
Cheers, guys. Sorry, mate.
Nah,
Your time will come.
it will, mate. It will.
$165, guys.
Giving all pops. Quick, get a bid in. 165.
165. Yeah, where's Jeff Lees tonight? I ain't seen him.
There you go, mate. You're right there with that, Colin. 100%, mate. If it was bang on central, that would be a hell of a lot more demanding price. But
I've got one coming out of a mud pond in October that I paid
Yeah.
a fucking massive amount of money for. 10 seconds, looking for 165. 5 seconds.
I'm good, thanks, mate.
Sold
I
to
was. Till I just had a fish on.
I shouldn't do these fucking auctions, man.
Marco, go, guys. I'll give you extra 5.
I've even put a sad face next to that one. It's like, well done, mate. You got yourself a banger there. Again, I want to see what that fish does. I want to see it at the end of next season. I'd like to see the progression of that fish, just so I can show people.
Yeah, very much so, mate.
Right, so
I'd like to see how it does progress, how that body opens up, and see what happens with that spot.
So that's 188, mate, and there's a telephone number on the bottom just in case. I can't remember whether you've come to us before or not.
Gas is bidding because it's a full moon. I'm going to look now.
Give me your money.
It is as well, Cole. It is as well, mate. You're right.
Right, and let's get rid of that one. Oh, not that one. 183.
This is nice and all.
So Ikarashi starting bids.
This is exceptionally good, guys. I'm going to say I am not the biggest fan of these, but that would grace my pond. That is nice.
Well, I was about to say starting bid is at £120 on this.
150 from Phil.
There you go. Bang it. Oh, there you
I
go.
moved where you clicked in it.
Shui, just as I clicked, it jumped up. Shisui, what are we looking for? Well, one thing's for sure, Shisui are one of the Doitsu fish that can get massive. I've got one in my pond from Ikarashi. I think last time I measured her, she was 74 centimeters, 75. And she's probably bigger than that now, actually.
Look at the zip on it, man. The zip on that is mint.
An exceptionally good piece. Linear Benny.
Yeah. That's what I like when they've got that linear on it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got another one that's as a good a quality that doesn't have the linear, the Benny pattern that people like. So it's more of a Hishisui, to be fair. But again, body and scalation exceptionally good. The zipper on this is so full and so uniformal that it stands out.
Big strong head on it as well, isn't it?
Mate, you know, for a Shisui, an exceptionally good example of what one should look like. Nisai.
Now, the other one that you put in, that you had in the bowl with the two, by far this one I thought was more appealing, pattern-wise, body-wise, structure-wise, to both fish, perfect. But this one for me, the fact that you got the Benny left and right just by the dorsal, it's not quite, but it's almost perfectly symmetrical. Sets that off mint.
Yeah.
The two gill plates either side with the little windows within it. Both sides.
It's not fully developed either. That's the thing.
I'd hope that I'd keep that like that, me.
Yeah. And when I say developed, the body's still growing on this fish.
Yeah.
It's going to become fuller. It's be quite a powerful looking body set on the Doitsu, which is something that will come probably in the next 2 years. It start widening out, so you'll get length, and then it'll start beefing with the bloodline these comes from.
Ellsworth Koi just said that if the wife wasn't watching, I'd be in. Why was she watching a minute ago?
Yeah, tell her to go and do her hair.
Good, put Kel on.
Tell her to go and do her hair. Carly's in with 200. That's better. Again, lovely slim body line, but in 2 years' time, when this fish starts to hit 4, that's when it will start to come body wise, and you'll see a transformation in what that fish like. What's the word I'm looking for? Just the command it will have in the pond when it puts size on. My fish I won't get rid of because it's a powerhouse. It's been stabbed by a heron. It's jumped out the pond.
That one?
Yeah.
I saw one that bounced across the flags everywhere as well.
Oh mate, it's done all sorts. It's tried killing itself about 8 times, and one time it went all the way under the decking. I was ripping the decking up to get to it where it flapped underneath our decking. But yeah, I'd never get rid of it. But it's a beast.
The beauty of a Doitsu, mate, they very rarely lose a scale.
Well, yeah, keeping the Benny is the key on these.
Yeah.
It's not always an easy task, but
Sky blue fruit, man, is lovely.
An exceptionally lovely example. So start to dry out at 200. So I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on. I will sell it at 200, which was actually my reserve price on this one. Looking for 205 or 210. Alan's so horrible to me, isn't he? I don't scare my koi, mate. I love them. And they love me.
Please don't have any more Tanchos. I can't afford the divorce.
1 minute left. 205.
You were that serious about that comment, he's put it in twice.
I've got one more Tancho to go, actually.
Oh, shite. Banger is this. Any advance on the 200 then from CC?
Carly is a new bidder, I believe.
Yeah. She's got good
Which is
taste.
nice.
Well.
That's what we like. Half a minute remains. For those people in old money, it's 30 seconds. 130 people have lost a few viewers, but they'll probably come back when these next ones come on. 15 seconds.
I think I need a new PC chair, Craft. There's bits coming off of it everywhere.
I'll send you one in the post, mate.
Nice one.
3, 2, 1. Sold to Carly. Well done, mate. You've got yourself a hell of a fish there. That is a very nice example, mate. So
Hit the thumbs up, people. Thank you very much, Nigel.
Let's just put the congratulations on. So that fish was PA 183 or just 183, or just give us your name when you give us a call on the telephone number that's scrolling across the bottom of your screen. Again, these people, that fish is been kept out the way a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I know where the sneaky pond is now. I've seen it.
Right then, let's have a look at the next. Let me delete that because I'm sick of looking at it. Now it's been sold so cheaply. Bush.
Do you know that's something I do miss, my Ginrin Kohaku, man?
Right. This has got a reserve on it, guys. This is an exceptionally good fish. It's probably not going to be one that's easily read for a majority of people. From Sakai Co, the gin in this fish is exceptional. The body is exceptional. The structure is exceptional. The sumi on this fish is a Sanke. The sumi is very deep at the moment.
Sanke.
And actually one that commands a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still not gonna let it go at £200.
Look at the sumi there, just coming up. Side of the dorsal, back of the dorsal, in front of the dorsal. You can see it, can't you?
This
I
is
was a Ginrin Kohaku at first. Without the info.
This fish has got the potential to be, again, we have to say potential because it's a fish for the future, because it's not showing its hand yet. But the video probably doesn't bring out where the sumi sits too well, but there's plenty, and there's a bit just behind the eye where the head meets the body. There's 3 or 4 pieces right on the edge of the first part of the belly plate, and then the same into the tail.
Look at the head pattern.
I'll let it go for 250. That was my what's the word? Reserve. So we're at 250, which is the reserve. I'm looking for £10 increment bids on this, guys. If you've watched other auctions from other dealers that were selling these fish, they are of the same quality. I'm not going to say too much more than that because I don't want to sound like a bitch because I'm not being a bitch. But the kiwa is exceptional. The sashi is extremely tight in the beni. The beni plate is very, very good. As is the whole fish is a very high quality. It's just if you can grow it well and you can push it to what its potential could be, that is an exceptionally good piece and cheap at $250. And I'll probably get a bollocking for selling it for $250 if I'm honest, if it goes for that price. Yeah, I probably will. Looking at the text messages, just but you know, such is life.
Tell you what, if he gets in Marcus's pond, it'll be double that in a matter of months.
Yeah, you'll see it on with its sister that he fucking stole off me as well. That he often puts on Facebook.
Did you see that when he shared it?
Looking for another tenner, guys. 260. I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on. Marcus, you a knob.
Sorry. That's like straight to the point. I'm just going to go grab another drink while I choke.
Look at the kiwa. Kiwa is exceptionally good. Andy's seen it in the flesh today. Colin, you can put that in the comments, mate, as well. 1 minute left. Yeah, he's gone to get a medic. I'm just going to pause that because, Rich, are you making a bid there, mate? Because there's 35 seconds remaining. I've just paused it in case there was an issue with Richard because I know that he does bid. There you go. Reset. In with Richard at 260. I'm going to put a 2-minute timer back on. Thank you, Richard. Oh. Two minutes has started again. Currently with Marcus. Steve, you've just picked by Marcus there, mate. One minute left.
What we at now? 270. Sorry.
What are you apologising for, mate?
Just had to do it washing up. Which I'm lying about. I just threw it in the dishwasher.
Do the washing up. 30 seconds.
Has Gaz died, or do we need to send a medic? I'm good. I went to little boy's room, as well as took my plate in.
Possible showfish for the future. But it's all about what you can do in the development. Looking for 275, guys, 10 seconds left. What fucking, mate, I don't like Marcus anymore. 2, 1, sold Marcus. Well done, mate.
Can I say it now? Now Marcus has bought it.
Go on.
It's got a knob on its head.
So that in store was £600.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
So why and that's his not how there's no way that's his reserve then. Why did you let it go? Why did you just go?
My reserve was 250, mate. So that's gone.
Oh, this is mint, man. This is the best one at night, I think. You're going to get.
You're laughing his head off. Okay, so second Kawakami Goshiki of the night. This does come with a reserve, and the reason for that is this fish previously sold in another auction.
It did, didn't it?
The guy that bought this fish. The guy that bought this fish came to the National Koi Show and he see the other Kawakami Goshiki that I had, and then thought that it'd been outdone on the price. Actually, this fish is exceptionally good quality body, exceptionally good. This actually should say very high quality. The gin in it is excellent. The development when it comes fully is going to be next level as well. And I had size 3 champion at the national with one that was of equal quality to this, but bigger in size, which makes me know that this fish, and I think it went for 475 in the last auction, and it's starting to get a little bit more of the darkness appear now.
It's absolutely
probably another year and a half maybe. That's when you're going to start seeing this fish where you should really see this fish. Now, what I want you to do when you look at the gin, you can see the gin is going through every aspect of every color in the fish.
Yeah, you see it through
which is a requirement for the gin class. If the gin doesn't show in Sumi or Benny and only Shiroji, then the gin quality is not as good as what people may make it out. It's really got to strike through every single color to be the top level gin that you can get. Although there's different types of gin, what I'm on about is the quality, that it must sparkle through every single color, and not all fish do it. Okay, so £280 is still cheap.
290, new bidder.
Mitch, welcome along. I haven't seen your name before. Yeah, just looking at the size of its head and its mouth in the right pond. Steve, you're a little bit behind, mate. We're at 290. Size of its head and its mouth. Benny quality exceptional all the way through. Ging exceptional all the way through. Clean pecs, clean dorsal, clean tail. The Benny weight is all the way through, exceptionally well balanced between what I'm going to call the white and the red. It will be black and red as it develops. So, Gaz, I'm going to leave it with you. Keep bidding, guys. Gaz can't put the things up. I'm going to look at us to get you that access, Gaz, actually. But Gaz can't put any prices up. So I'm just going to go and turn the mic round.
I'll still keep calling them out as you gentlemen do keep bidding through. So we're at present with Stephen at £300. Any advances on your 300? We've got Mitch at 290 previous. Are you in, mate? We've got Richard Ramwell as well, as also been a strong bidder through. This is a beautiful fish, this, guys. And to bearing in mind that this went up to like 400 and something quid last time it was being auctioned, and it's put size on since then. This is a beautiful fish. Absolutely stunning. Ooh.
Smiling.
Smiling.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh my God. Sorry.
I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on. You bunch of tight.
Oh.
I ain't
Man.
It is a little bit.
Mint.
What happened?
don't
Have I been drinking gin? No, I haven't.
No, it's the cream.
You put a bit of cream on.
Yeah, my favourite cream.
That's what it'll be, girl.
Oh, yeah. That.
I'm getting Ryan sending me pictures of fish and all, you know, mate.
Is he? He's a knob. He's trying to poach you, mate.
Wow, is that as just seeing your face on the auction. That's mint, mate.
Has he?
Oh, God damn.
Okay, 1 minute 15 left.
This was like, wow. Come on, ladies and gents. This is way more. We're going to have one fish sell for a good price this evening. This is way below what it should be going for. I know you want, I know what you all want some bargains, but God damn. 310.
3 minutes to start it again.
Let's bid sensible, guys. This hit over 400 quid last time and it's going at 310 and it's bigger than what it was and looks better than it did. That makes absolutely zero sense. And I advise if it don't meet what it hit last time, don't sell it. Because that's too nice of a Goshiki to just take a drop on.
So one thing I learned showing the one at the National that I did, I thought it was probably a little bit under ready for the show, but with the Ginrin class, you don't want them too dark in the body, right in the grey area.
Yeah, if they go dark, it doesn't really
light nose, but in the body, keeping it a light colour is more desirable. But you know, the chances are unknown. Being a Goshiki, you know, the bloodline will tell you. Just bear with me a second. I've just got to put a stop on that clock for a minute.
Oh, that's stunning, man. Wait till I show you that after. Flipping heck.
I am, well,
blown away. 320. We're at 320 there. Come on, Mitch. Whack straight back in there with a 330. Let's have a 340, 350, 360, and let's take it all the way up to where it should be. Come on, Jen.
okay, so talking to somebody, what I will say is that I've just received a message to say that there's every chance that the colour in this fish will stay lighter, and it will. There you go. And it will take some beating in a show.
Yeah, it's beautiful, that, Alan. I've got to agree, mate. That's a stunning fish, man.
Okay, which is
Pattern to die for.
When there's somebody of caliber that knows that shit saying that, you know, it demands the price that it really should be going for. But if you ain't got it, I'm going to put 2 minutes on. No. New bid, 2 minutes starts again. Take some beating in the show at what you are looking at on screen. And if you can keep that Sumi development back a little bit, which has got every chance of being like the one I've got at the shop that took the champion, it will take some beating. And I know there's some bidding or budding show enthusiasts that are looking to start next year from conversations that I've had with a few people that are in the chat recently. Colin, this is one you need to look at, mate, for show fishing. 115 left. Just bear with me, guys, because I think I've got the wrong banner up on that. I have, because it's
bigger than 20. That's the
not that one. They've got the let me just put a pause on that timer a minute, because I want to make sure.
Oh, so it's bigger.
It's
big about that.
They got the two Goshiki numbers the wrong way round when they typed it in. I noticed it earlier. It's that one. It's currently 33 centimeters, guys. I do apologise for that. So Mitch Pope in at Stephen in at 360. Banging, isn't it? Such a night. The size of the head into the body is just that's what's going to really throw that food down. Bang a bit of heat in your pond, a good growth food, good colour food, and just sit back and watch the development. That's all you got to do. Again, Kawakami being one of the best Goshiki breeders in Japan.
Bang of this. Very, very surprised at this one, mate. I thought when I seen this one and I seen you put it back in bowl this afternoon, I thought, wow. Yeah.
Thing is, I'll give the guy that originally won it every chance to change his mind on it, but he didn't answer his phone. He didn't respond to any emails or text messages. So, you know, what do you do? And I'd love for this to hit the show scene and take an award. That'd be great. 30 seconds left, guys. Looking for 10 more pounds. 400 quid.
Do it.
20 seconds. Restarting. Well done, Steve. Two minutes restarted. Mitch knows what he's looking at. I don't know Mitch Pope. He's a new bidder. He's seen summer and he knows what he's looking at. So, I mean, it could be an Alice name, but this person that's bidding knows what he's looking at. He's so quick to respond that I know that he is seeing something. Well, seeing what he should be seeing. 1.5 minutes left, Steve. Don't let it go for 390, mate. You'll kick yourself. Don't apologise. You're fine. You live here and all. Although you could actually be making me a brew.
Wrong bread. You could actually be making me a brew while you're walking through.
Keep walking past that kettle. That's out of order.
She's not sat down. She's just walked in.
No, that's not the missus, mate. That's Saskia and her mate.
Just saw it. You only saw half a body. 420. There's some strong bids here now. This is where it should have been. Might as well just tap 420 10 minutes ago.
The thing is, mate, you got to let people get to where they need to get to. You know, we've got 4 more banging fish.
Could have been up at 650 now if they had.
I'm going to put some rules in on the next 3.
Oh, check out that bid now. What we're at 420.
1.5 minutes left. I'm going on the last 3 fish. I'm going to put some extra rules in so we're not running, because they are bigger money fish.
Oh God, is it red hot where you are? It's boiling in here, man.
They go through the menopause, mate.
You're like the fourth person to say that.
Yeah, well, it's true. Men do get menopause, mate. Steve's back in. Nice one, Steve.
You're speaking from
It
experience.
looks like a 2-horse race at the minute between Steve and Mitch. So if you guys keep bidding it out, soon as someone says they're out, I'm going to put a 30-second timer on and allow any snipers in there to put a bid in.
Nice one, Mitch. You put the fish right where it was before, mate. Good man.
And that is cheap then.
Yeah, I know, but at
It
least
was undervalued when I sold it last time.
But at least it's nice to see what it, you know.
Yeah, it's commanding. It's commanding. Right, so I've got 30 seconds on. Steve, will in, mate. Steve's out. Thanks for letting me know, mate. So 30 seconds remain. All right. Anybody else wants in? You've got 25 seconds to put a bid in.
Mitch knows a good fish when he sees one. Good man.
I'm hoping that I get to talk to you, Mitch. I'm a little bit intrigued to see who you are. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds. Sold. Excellent. Right, Mitch, as you're a new bidder, congratulations, mate. That you will not be disappointed with that, I promise you. So the reference for that fish, I just need to be certain again. I'll change the banner.
Yeah, you're putting congratulations with the.
Can you have a look on your second screen, guys? Just the second number I put up, mate, please.
I
think it's PA181. So PA181 is your reference, my friend. If you just give the shop a call tomorrow to make payment, if you want delivery, it's an extra £25 on top, mate. Congratulations, Mitch.
In all honesty, Colin, I agree with you, mate, and I do believe they are. I'll be right in saying that, Krafty, won't it? Anybody that doesn't honour a payment would be banned from any future auctions.
Yeah, unless there's a good reason.
Unless there's a genuine reason.
The problem is when people, and I'm not being a bitch when I say this, when people win a fish and then don't follow through on their agreement to pay, with all the time that goes into actually putting this on, you know, from selecting to filming to uploading to transferring across onto this platform to then sit here and give my night away, because I don't charge for doing this personally. My company, I do this for free. For Gaz to give his time up, who does it also for free, and then not honour the payment, you're only robbing somebody else of a fish that they was bidding on, you know. So unless there's a bloody good reason, people should follow it through, shouldn't they? You know, simple as that.
Mitch, in my opinion, mate,
600 quid when it's actually 450. That would have been, it would have been an argument there. Well done, Mitch, mate. Thank you very much, mate.
Fish of the night for me, that one, Mitch. Well done. I think that's mint, that.
Let's do that. Look, there you go. Nice of you to join us as well, mate. Hopefully we'll see you again. Hang on a minute. What's he saying? Marcus obviously knows him. Fucking Somerset boys. It sounds like a shit version of the Peaky Blinders. The Somerset boys. Right, let's get rid of that. Delete. That one, PA 190.
Gromo. Now, this is one of those cheeky little Gromos that you've been saving for ages to watch its development on, and I knew it. I knew you still had one.
Wait, what is calling the Essex Boys of Somerset? All right, then
Oh,
Coda Grommo, Tozai, 24 centimeters, beautiful flowery pattern, real good sashi, real good kiwa. Sumi is only just starting to come through. Real good shiroji, excellent little Tozai from a very, very well-to-do breeder. No reserve, fire away.
Say again.
No reserve, fire away.
Fire away. This one was requested by me, guys. He asked us for a shopping list today. And I think, to be fair, mate, you damn near put in every fish I asked.
No, I missed two, actually.
Yeah. Benikikikuru and a Matsukawabaki.
Oh, three then, the Kiyotsuuri.
The Kiyotsuuri.
Yeah.
Well, close-ish. But, yeah, the Gromo was one because I knew that the last time when I went down there, Krafty got several of these little gems that he's been keeping, not hidden, because they're there and they're there amongst them all, but they're amongst stuff that would make you not notice them. Because he wants to see how they develop. And this is one of them, isn't it? That same batch.
This is coming out of my best Tozai pond lice.
Yeah. There you go.
Wow. I thought that'd start going more than that. No reserve.
Yeah, me too, mate. I would have thought it would have been. We got a 20 and a 30.
Steve, you are a snake, mate.
Richard with an 80. Come on, this is a
look at the eyes, mate. Them eyes are banging.
This is a stunning little girl.
Beautiful, clean head. The Benny pattern, flowery, but kiwa, fantastic. Look at that end. The last part of the scale, the way that you've got your Marizomi kiwa in there. Lovely scallop. The sashi is so deep and so tight that the Benny is only going to get deeper and better. And you can read that quality from the sashi at how deep that Benny sits. That is going to keep coming, and that fish, when the sumi starts really taking hold, you are going to get a beautiful purple coloured Benny spot. You've got to start somewhere on a Gromo, and that is with a Benny. When that sumi then comes over the top, it's a light sumi, so it's like a blue. So when that overlaps onto that Benny plate, that is where you get your great. Yeah. Right, so but you've got to start somewhere. A Gromo will never come as a Gromo full stop. It has to develop into one. This is an exceptionally good piece.
Yeah.
Do not be put off by the Benny in that peck, guys, because there is not a perfect fish. It will be a demerit in a show, but you've got to look at all the other qualities. You've got to look. It's not the assassination, it's the appreciation. You get the right body, you get the right shiroji, you get the right skin, you get the right Benny plate, you get all the right colorings. And this is just that will blossom across the marking structure for that fish. A little bit of Benny in a peck does not take away from what that fish becomes. You've got to look at what all the other fish that get awarded. It's got a bit of Benny in a peck. Oh my God, it's got a red eye. Oh my God. But actually, look at the fish that win the big awards. They have all of these small little traits, right? It's because they look at everything else. I was getting right on my soapbox there.
There you are.
Quite passionate about it, you know.
But it's true though, mate. This is definitely, the Gromo is definitely becoming more and more popular at the shows as well. There was quite a fair few of them.
But what I will say is, guys, getting one that shows that sashi is so deep and red and so uniformal, right? So when you're looking at the sashi, you want that uniformal line. Okay, so you don't want it like this.
Sashi being the front of
the shady area.
Yeah, the shaded area that you can see underlying deep beneath the actual. There you go. Wow, Mr. Tate. There you go. Say no more, man. The Saroja. You can see it deep underneath to come up.
Yeah, so when that fish grows, so what you're looking
You
for,
can see, you can see the Benny coming.
that Benny, right? If this is the skin of the fish, right, the sashi is the Benny that sits underneath, right? The deeper that Benny color is, the more powerful that color on the top of that skin will become, because that is underlying color that's going to seep through onto the scale, right? But it has to do it with development and time. Then over time, what you will see is that sashi line will start to shrink because that color is doing its job. All right. So when you've got a younger fish, when you're looking at the quality of a fish, that sashi should be no more than 3 scales deep, i.e., long ways in the fish, and it should remain on a uniform line. That is what you're looking for in the highest quality. So, go on.
Would that, I mean, even as small as it is, would that tiny little bit at the tip of the nose be classed as a first dan?
No,
Too small.
too small.
Is that is Benny though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it doesn't class as a dan. It's got to be a
Well, I know it when I've seen it before, you know, slightly bigger, not a great deal bigger, and it has been. It just wouldn't make me.
Was outbid by Stephen just so you're aware in case you think you was winning, mate. And then second to that, after the sashi, you can see on that the bit just in front of the dorsal where that colour is starting to seep through. Oh, my back was twitching. The fact that it's still going to come, right? And on top of that, the kiwa, which is the back end of the scale, the tail end of the scale, what you're looking for is that nice Marizomi. That over more modern times, over the last 10 to 15 years, that is what has become the more sought after. But there are, I think, 3 different types of kiwa that are accepted. But actually, what you're looking for is a nice tight line, nice straight cut between the red and the white.
The wow was for you having a rant.
I love it.
A message saying the wow was for Krafty having a rant.
But nevertheless, it may have been, but I weren't ranting. I get passionate about it because people devalue koi for small imperfections that they don't need to. You've got to look at the other positives, you know. I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on because we've got 3 bangers coming.
Are these the ones that you went, don't look at these?
Well, I don't really want to sell them if I'm perfectly honest. Right, I'm going to keep the 2-minute timer going.
It's a good business plan, that, mate. Are these ones that want you would have been happy to take home?
I'll take any of the fish that I've sold tonight, mate. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah, Colin and you, Steve. Good koi appreciation and picking. Oh, friends. Koi friends.
Friend. I'll tell you what it is.
That's the bit. That's the bit, though.
That bit there, mate. Look, everyone's good there.
That's the bit, though. That's the beauty of the beauty of koi. We were talking amongst ourselves the other day and are asking about what people get from events and shows and stuff. And some people's answers were getting to meet people and making new friends, which I think makes that mint, mate. That the community and friendships are blossoming from going to events and doing stuff. 200 quid there from CC. Get in. Sneaker. Straight in.
She's talking to somebody behind the scenes. That's a big jump.
It's a good.
I'm so skeptical, and you know someone. You know someone else. I don't know who you are.
That does know someone. It's a good fish.
No,
but you ain't seen many Garomo with a pattern and looking like that, especially when he gets a wow from Alan Tate which was technically not at the fish, was at Crafty's soapbox.
I can't help it, mate. I can't help it. I love fish. I love my koi. You know,
Colin, you're right there. Worth bidding the breeder at that price.
Ooh.
This price.
We are all one big bunch of cricket bats. Fucking Stoddart's been in the background, hasn't he?
We really have started something with that now.
Flying
We
on it.
really have started something with it. It's all over the place. You said on live today, do us a favour, guys. We're live, so please don't swear. I don't swear on my thing. Marcus turns around and goes, cricket bat. First words out.
And then I come out with an F-bomb, probably. I'm quite good at that. I do apologise. It's the soldier in me. 45 seconds left. £200 Carly Clapham.
They're only words of passion.
But where do you think swears like a trooper comes from?
Exactly.
30 seconds left.
Right.
You hear me tapping, yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm constantly staring at the corner of that screen. 15 seconds.
The
10 seconds.
bang of this, CC, you sneaked it.
Not yet.
Oh.
5, 4, 3,
Three,
2,
two.
1. Sold. Carly Clapham. Carly in Clapham. Whoa.
PA 190. And if you would like to do us a huge favour, if you could do us a favour tomorrow morning, please call the store on 01462850822 to make your payment stating your reference number for your auction fish.
Ryan, I am working. You can't be sending me shit like this.
See you? Has he just said it you now? That's a banger, isn't it?
No, it's shit.
He said you can tell by the look on my face that I loved it. I think you should put that
Well
one
done,
back.
mate. Carly, that's a fantastic fish to your collection. Ryan,
That's going to make a lovely fish, that.
Krafty, my wife thinks you swear too much, but then she has never hears me swear. Yes, you're a gentleman.
Look at this one. That's even better. Paul Spittle. If there's any single women in the koi community, about 50ish, I mean, intelligent, attractive, skinny, and wealthy, I'm available. How you doing? That's the right advert. Ed's gone.
That's what we're all about. We're all to have a bit of fun, guys. We love our fish. We love buying fish. I don't like selling them. Right, which one do we do first? That one or that one?
Oh my God. Wow.
There you go. We'll have that one.
Flipping heck, man. Now that's a Goshiki.
I'm not going to lie.
I don't want to sell it.
No, that's not me lying. I don't want to sell it. These are not my cup of tea. However, the community fucking love them. And to be able to present a fish like this at my shop,
It is a Tancho.
be able to present a fish of this quality at my shop that is not finished developing, and will go fucking jet black, is an honour. And we are starting these off right
50 quid.
£750.
I knew it had a 50 in it.
Right, it will not be sold for anything less than £750. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put on a timer, and like I said, there's going to be rules on these because they are more money. I don't want to go through the 50, 60, 70, 80 quid. And I'm not selling. it starts at 750, guys, because these are up there from the new outdoor main pond, which has got a brand new selection of Nisai
Oh, is this one out there?
in. Yeah, so they all come in at a very good price because they are very good quality fish. So I'm going to start a 5-minute timer. If anyone wants to kick us off at 750, that 5 minutes is going to continually run until it gets to 0. The highest bidder on the screen will take that fish. I'm not going to carry on resetting it. All right, and that's because of the money that they command. So Tancho Goshiki are something that is something that in Japan they fucking love them. And for me, you've got to appreciate all koi. They're not my type of fish. The Tancho spot is fucking impeccable. The body is impeccable. The structure is impeccable. The darkness is still going to come. You can see where it's changing in its face. That's going to go throughout its whole fucking body. And when you see a finished Tancho Goshiki, jet black with a red spot, it looks insane finished. They're not my type of fish, but they are insane. 750, start us off anywhere. What do you think of these, mate? Again, no 46 centimeters this side.
I mean,
Good size for that.
when they do colour up completely black, they look amazing, mate, don't they? But everybody don't look to what it's going to become, do they? They look at it now and think, not so sure.
Yeah,
but when you see them in shows and they're all fully coloured up, they're amazing, mate.
there was one that was in the All Japan Koi show that was the same size as this, I believe. I think it was 45 cm. So just inside this size, won a major out of the blue. People didn't fucking, there it was. A little bit darker than what this is. Not much difference in structure. Spot pretty much similar with regards to how spots go. One quality on the spot on this, it sits on the head. It does not sit into any of the fleshy part. It hasn't got a nick out of the dorsal, Rebecca. I don't know what you're looking at. There's nothing wrong with this fish at all. No nicks out of it. And even if there was a bit of any of the pecks that were slightly ripped or a little bit missing, they grow back in heat in no time. Okay, 1 minute 45 seconds left to make a bid. 750 starting.
Now, when you see it, when you see that fish looking like that, Crafty,
the thing is, I can't let it go. I can't.
You know, when it darkens up like that,
some more prices, because this will go back in the pond and it will sell out the shop, and it will sell for the price I want, rather than giving the opportunity.
and that's fair enough, mate. That's
1 minute left. Looking for 750, which is a steal if you got it for that. I promise you.
if there was anybody waiting, I've just authorised 26 people on your group.
Oh, sweet. Ryan, there's 2 more after this, mate. We've got a Kohaku and a Sanke. We haven't got any more after this. Yeah, there's 2 more left, mate. The Sanke I don't want to sell.
And the Kohaku.
I've got to sell them. I'm a dealer. I have to remind myself, you're a dealer. £30 seconds. 750 quid.
Is
10
the Kohaku in Azumi? It looked
No.
in that quick picture, in that quick flash.
Yeah, Ryan's. Someone's just sent me a picture of a finished one. Okay, so that's unsold, guys. So someone's just sent me a picture of an unfinished one. I'm just going to show you. Sorry, more finished fish.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just been looking at them.
£3,000. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm with you, mate. Me too. So, opportunities there, guys. If anyone has a change of heart, send me a DM through Facebook. We'll have a chat. That's all I'm going to say. Next one. Over to you. There.
It is Imazumi, isn't it? That is very nice. Tamaguchi high quality Nisai 50, well, just shy of 50 cm with a Tamazumi styled pattern over the top of it. And that is an absolute plonker, isn't it? Beautiful horseshoe on the nose, as they all should have. The pattern between the eyes and not over the eyes or around the eyes. Nice, clean white pecs. Lovely, clean white dorsal. Nice little break before the end of the tail in the peduncle last section, which, hang about, Krafty, would that technically be Imazumi? Because it doesn't carry all the way through. It's two-step, isn't it, really?
Just bear with me. Steve, I've got your name on that last one, mate. It didn't show up, and I've just had a huge amount of messages just go into my screen. So that Tancho Goshiki, mate, could you just confirm that's what it was that's what you was bidding on?
Oh, I never even saw that.
No, it's literally only just come up, and I just got a text off him to say that he bid, and he showed me a picture of it being on screen before I turned it off.
I never even saw that either, mate.
So what I'm going to do, I'll award that if you can just
confirm
it for me, mate, please.
Mr. Tate, would that be classed as Imazumi, even though that there is a separate Dan at the back?
Well, in Steve, that's a fucking good buy, that, mate. So, back to this one then. Sorry, mate, guys, I weren't listening to a word you were saying.
I would just say, is that classed as Imazumi patterning? Because that last Dan's not joined through, is it?
I don't believe so, mate. Your Inazuma is more of a lightning
technically
strike.
a two-step, isn't it?
So, right, you've got to have a bit of forward vision on this. The Dans will open out as that fish stretches. As that grows, then Dans will start to separate more. They will not separate fully. However, what a fucking quirky type pattern.
Yeah, it is a quirky pattern.
It will not take away anything from. In fact, it will make an easier fish to show because the belly plate is joined, so you'll generally keep it the same color. Because the more duns you have, the more skill is required to get that belly plate all matching at the same time and the shiroji up at the same time. Again, the qualities you've got to look at here is the profile of the fish, the structure, the pattern itself, the sashi, and the kiwa.
Which is the leading bit on the.
Actually, this fish is next fucking level in Kohaku for a Nisai, 49 centimeters from an exceptionally good breeder that is a one-man band, high-end koi only deals with one dealer from each country. He will not deal to. So Tamaguchi, you will only see in a couple of dealerships in the UK, and that is through. The reason why I get it is because I work with another dealer fairly closely that has got that ability to buy from him. And of course, I also get the ability to buy because the person I work closely with has that ability. So to be able to offer a Tamaguchi fish,
At nearly 50
you won't see anywhere because he will only deal with one person per country. He works, he learned his trade through Narita, which is number one koi, still works with Narita, but he is also a truffle farmer.
Yeah.
Right. He calls 98% of his spawning. He doesn't separate loads out. He only keeps the fish he wants to put his name on or develop, which means that his fish are quite few and far between. Also, it should be my apologies, man. They have made an error on there. I'm just going to take this down because I've just noticed that
We
should
have
be
another technical. But this would be, as I was saying,
it's Yamaguchi, not Tamaguchi.
Yamaguchi.
Not Tamaguchi, it's Yamaguchi. So having the ability to offer his fish is quite an honor, actually, as a dealer, because he wins massive awards across seas to a point where when I was there in February, a tozai that I seen of his was the best tozai that I have ever seen. I really, if I had the money, I would have bought it, but it was so expensive. It was like £8,000 at 15 centimeters, 15 cm and £8,000. But my fuck it, I couldn't keep my eyes off it. It was mental. Again, I am looking on this. Can't find my chat where it is. £750 to start us off, and I am going to start a 5-minute timer. Same rules apply as last time. 5 minutes will run, and whoever's in the bidding at the end will take it.
No pressure. Is he using Momotaro bloodlines?
I ain't going to fucking answer that question.
So then it's am I right? That's a Nidan then?
No,
How so?
it's a two-step.
That's Nidan.
Sorry, Nidan. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Two-step.
I'm learning. Banging is what it is. It's the eyes, mate.
It's where it comes from as well, mate. You know,
Well, there is all that to it, mate. But it's
the
just
breeder, man, is fucking
catching fish,
insane.
innit? It's one hell of
He's
a
young
catch.
as well. He's probably only late 30s, early 40s most. And the quality of his fish are just fucking insane, man. I fell in love with that little tozai, and to be able to offer up fish that he provides, man, to me is an honor, because not only you don't see these in any of the other places other than people that he wants to do business with, and that's one person in the UK that I work extremely closely with.
It's going to be a big fish, mate. That.
Who said koi dealers can't be friends?
Friends.
We love each other.
Look at length of gap between shoulders, mate, and lead at dorsal. It's massive.
Mate, it's a really quirky fish for me. You know, it's like I said,
Big
technically, there'll be people out there that will think that should be individual steps. Actually, I disagree.
No, I quite like that.
It doesn't need to be. It's the pattern that fish wants to produce.
some body
The
into that
fish
fish when it
beautiful.
went up. Yeah.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it needs body. All right, but like I said, when you've got 54 ponds, my food bill in the shop is more than your electric bill for a year each month.
Shit, man.
So again, in the right pond with a little bit more.
What's your starting bid on this one? You got a reserve. Sorry.
450. Sorry, 750.
Are we are we on a timer? Are we counting down?
5-minute timer.
5
Yeah,
minutes.
it's already started. We have got 2 minutes left. Momotaro bloodline, definitely. Why? Because Momotaro bloodline is one of the best Kohaku bloodlines in the world.
Can you shrink it down, Ryan? Ryan says, can you shrink it down? I'll buy it for 100. I think you've been watching other auctions, mate.
Yeah, you're on the wrong show. We don't go backwards. If I could, I would, but I can't, mate. I do apologise.
We can find you something similar to it in a Tosai for 100 quid. Nigel, 1,000 plus any day of the week. But not Matsui.
But not Matsui. What's Matsui got to do with anything, mate? Absolutely nothing. But you're right, it's over £1,000 in store.
And is this out of the new big outdoor pond?
Yes. Oh, the last three are they're my new fish that I've had some time, but waiting for that pond to be redone. Now fully operational, that pond, and absolutely thriving in that. 30 seconds left, guys. You can start.
I know it doesn't say it, mate, but would this come with a cert?
No, none of them come with a cert. It come with a perfect aquatics identification with a signature to say where it's come from. But Yamaguchi doesn't do certs anyway.
Would you say it was a male?
Hard to say. It probably is.
Big pecs.
Look, the pecs look big.
Very long and slender.
The colour's very, very deep as well. That goes unsold as well. Or that goes unsold. The last one was sold. So PA 193. Again, I've got no problem not selling them because I know they're going to do well and they'll get better money than 750. So for me,
not Tafaguchi.
No, not Tafaguchi. Yamaguchi. That was a typo. Easy done. Final one of the evening, guys. I hope we'll get this in the light.
It's got to swim into the sun. Come on. Sanke.
This fish is fucking insane.
Mr. Clarkson, I'm going to have to say this, but seriously, where would you expect to ever get a fish of that quality for £100?
It's going to be,
I won't
again,
even bite left peg
starting 750, guys. And that's me being generous on this because this is a little bit more money than the others that you've seen in the store today. But I'll start this at 750. Straight away, the qualities perceive itself. The Kiwa in the pattern is fucking insane. Beautiful clean head, structure, beautiful sumi, a slightly different type of Sanke than what some people look for. But for me, absolutely beautiful. And you can see the Takano in this because of the sheen in the skin, the terry, as Gaz called it. All right. Which actually comes from a Yamatonishiki.
From a bloodline, done it?
So Yamatonishiki range from years back that he has managed to get from his Sakai line that he uses to breed his Sanke. Not even Sakai can do what he has managed to do with it, which is part of the reason that people love it. Now, looking at going back to Newark, when again I'm going to put a 5-minute timer on, guys. We're starting at 7:50.
There was a Sanke there with it, wasn't there?
Yeah, so I was
In
told
fact-
that the judging standards state
Yeah, that's
that Sheen will really degrade the judging of that koi. Paul, 750, mate. I'm not letting it go. I paid more than 600 for it, mate. Just so you know. All right, so 750. You work out where I start, guys, is where I break even on these fish. All right, there you go. The cat's out the bag. All right, so I will not let it go for less than I paid for it. So I was told that that gin, that I'll call it gin because people understand it better. Right, the gin that you can see in the scale knocks back the scoring on it. However, I cleared it up by asking the person that I always go to for judging standards, and I was told that is not the case. So those fish that I've got it in there, as long as it's in the fish and it looks as good as it should, it will get marked as such.
Oh, right. That's different.
It does not. Yeah, it's completely different to what we was told, Gaz, isn't it? So, and I asked the person that you should ask when you have them questions, rather than it being rumor. So, I've asked it. That's not true. It does not take away from the quality of the Sanke at all. So that said, look at the sumi placement. It sits around all of that beautiful, what could be almost classed as an Inazuma type Kohaku pattern. It sits in every crevice, and for me, that makes this Sanke looks quite unique. I really like this Sanke personally, but again, Sanke comes in so many different guises. It's what people like on the day. But what I will tell you is that the Benny is exceptionally good. The sumi is ink black. And everything else about this fish oozes quality. And for 750, right, that is an exceptionally good price. There you go. I didn't even read what Mark. I just put absolute. Yeah. So Marcus actually picked this out the pond today to put on, and he didn't think I'd put my money where my mouth is, and I have.
This would be Akasan Sumi.
Gaz is starting to learn his shit.
Yeah.
You have to come away from some of that, guys, because people get really fucking lost. I'll tell you what, Marcus, I'm surprised.
Yeah, but it's interesting though, mate. It's being able to look at.
There's 1.5 minutes left, guys, on this one, 750. And it stops at 5 minutes. I'm not going to reset the timer, so you can snipe it at 750. But if more than one person gets in there, the first will take it.
Yeah, agreed, Mick. Very different Sanke that most. That other one didn't seem to have as much of the. What's it called again? The
Terry.
That's the one. Terry. This looks to have a bit more, doesn't it?
Well,
It's more clustered.
Yeah, but it's the Yamatonishiki bloodline that derives from breed to breed to breed. It literally, when you look at the bloodline, it actually disappeared in the Sanke range.
Yeah, I liked it on that fish that we saw at York as well.
Reason, Takano managed to get it back out.
Back at 750.
Well, in 40 seconds left to take that off Marcus's hands.
Lorraine's going to kick your ass. Go on, Marcus. There you go. There's a little comment in there, and I want to know what that means from Paul Bowler.
15 seconds. We'll go back to that in a minute, mate. 10 seconds.
Everybody can sneak in for a snipe shot. Five.
Sold. Marcus, 750. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Marcus.
Marcus. I want to see that on the show scene when you start showing, because I know that you're thinking of it. Naidan is a second-degree black belt. Right, what did you say? Paul Butler?
No, it's Paul.
What a joke. A joke.
Oh, yeah, what a joke. I don't understand what that was referring to.
I don't know, mate. I don't really care. It was probably how cheap it went for, to be fair, or the fact that one didn't sell. So anyway, what I will say is,
I was a whisker away, Paul says.
your friend, it is what it is. Let's get this back on because I really like this picture. 5 of us there doing what we all do best, which is look at fish and enjoy them. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
It is, mate. 100%.
Exceptionally enjoyable auction. Actually, I'm quite chuffed how well we got through that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 hours.
Did we sell everything? Bar
a couple, I think. One.
Bar a couple that you were reserved. But one which you were reserved. Did we sell the other? Didn't you have 2 fish of 2? Oh yeah, we did. Sorry, no, it's all right. The Doitsu Kohaku did go, didn't it?
2. So we didn't sell that Kohaku, and we didn't sell one of the utsuri. I don't think.
That's right.
Yeah. So, but I'm not asked for that. They'll go back in and someone will buy them because they're good. Yeah, good auction, guys. Thank you for everyone that joined in. Really, really appreciate that. I will try my hardest to get the next selection done on a more of a YouTube type video rather than a live. However, I can't promise it because I'm that bloody busy in the shop that I can't always lend that time to it. So we'll keep going every Tuesday. You know where we are. The best koi auction on, with the best prices, with the best fish, or some of the best fish. There's one other auction that's worth looking at, which is with my friend Liam Ryan. They only do it once a month, though we do it as weekly as we possibly can. But Gaz, as always, thank you very much, mate. Sorry you weren't able to get your fish, your cricket bat. Next, right, what have we got coming up? For those people that want anything from Japan, the autumn harvest is coming up. I'm not going to be out there, but if there's anybody looking for anything, Nisai upwards, my agent is out there. I will be getting inundated with loads of fucking photos and videos. I promise you when that starts to happen. Fucking Alan Tate. You're in the wrong job, Al. That's all I can say. You can come and work for me anytime, pal. I'll show you how to yeah, anyone wants anything from Japan, send me a budget of fish and anything that comes available.
Wish list
comes through. I'm making a list at the minute, a shopping list for people. If stuff comes through, I'll be passing them out to said people to say yay or nay to, in order to get fish from Japan. February, all seats are taken for the trip in February now. I can't take any more people, so we're at a full quota. However, there is also the ability for me to take a shopping list to that as well. I am taking, and this is a bit of a fucking mad one, Jack that works for me in the koi department, Bald Jack. He's coming over to give him the experience and to grow the ability of the guys in that store to be able to give you best advice based on experience, because, you know, going to Japan and selling koi is a must, in my opinion. And I think my boss is coming out to fucking put me in a position where he's going to control my spending, I think.
No, he's coming with more cash for us to spend.
That's hopefully what will happen. But last year I doubled what my... I'll put it this way, give me a budget and I'll spend twice the amount of the budget that they give me, which didn't go down too well. But this year has been an absolute success so far.
So it's the complete opposite then. I mean, if you went and spent more but made more,
made huge amounts,
there you go.
But not made huge amounts. That sounds really, really wrong.
No,
in comparison to previous years, our koi department has really grown. But that comes from a number of things: the right team, the right people pushing, having the ability to stock more, which gives more selection and therefore more people will buy. Doing the auctions, putting myself out there is key. But more importantly, it's having you guys buy. You know, no shop's as good as its customer. So, you know, without its customers, a shop's nothing, is it? It's just a shop with stuff in it. But on top of that, we're then moving into, and I'll say it again, fancy goldfish. It's something I'm really keen to get involved in because we've got an exceptionally good tropic department.
Okay,
No, it's not, mate. It's about growing right. You can't be called perfect aquatics if you don't offer the best of everything.
Yeah. But I could see a twinkle in your eye then when you were talking about fancy goldfish. They've got you, haven't they?
I really appreciate. I've always appreciated the fancy goldfish, right? But in order to get the best quality, it's got to have a dedicated zone, and we haven't got a dedicated zone for the best quality. We have now. So come Thursday, when we're going to start that trip off, I know there's a lot of us here that will look at certain fish like ranchu and frog heads and lion heads, etc. And there's probably a few people that keep it stum that have got tanks with these in. You know, they are a huge amount of trade. And what I will say is, Birmingham show, come to it as well. Last show of the season. We need as many people there. Come in. I am going to have some bargains on.
You'll see me, see him, side by side.
There's a lot of people out there. Go on Facebook, Birmingham Koi Show, and you'll see they've started to put posts out. So again, it's about us getting behind those little shows. The more shows we get, the more fun we have. That, you know, I've got behind it. I've become the main sponsor of the show this year, and that is because I really want this show. When you look at how the shows, are laid out through the year, you have a big kickstart with a national. You know, you have a couple of smaller shows from the sections which have got their place. You've got the Great British Koi Show. You've got the big show down in the southeast. This show, being a junior show, is an open, gives us that opportunity at the right time of the year to get into showing. Right? Si's obviously taking part. I didn't know he was, so well done, Si. I look forward to looking at your fish because they're banging. And it's a good starter place for people to get to learn the show scene as well, get to learn all the little tricks of the trade, and then start to then move into the national. So we've got to get behind the smaller ones in order for them to be able to achieve bigger, better show for everybody. You know, we can't just do they cost so much money. You can't put 40 or 50 vats on in a show now because the footfall isn't always there, and clubs will go bust. So yeah, they've got to start somewhere and then grow. Like the Northeast Koi Show, exceptionally good fish, exceptionally good show. This is going to be of the same standard. I think it can get quite big if we can get the support for it. And Alan Tate is coming down. It's not judging. but he is making an appearance, as are a couple of other judges that I'm aware of.
Oh, so he'll not be in a pink shirt this time then?
That's a pussy, isn't he? I do like him when he's dressed up.
Salmon. Sorry, Alan. We're pink, but it was salmon.
So yeah, guys, have a look at it. Birmingham Koi Show. Thursday, we have got the chair of the Koi Show coming on. I hope he don't let us down. I will bully him to come on because we've got to start making sure people are aware of it. All right. So the more that we can make everyone aware of it, the better it'll be. Even if you come down on one day, just to say hello to people and use it as a place to do a bit of communal stuff, get last minute bargains, end of season. Have a look at the show as well and get behind it because it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I've really got the bug for this show.
Let me and Krafty twist your arm to buy some fish.
Probably on par with a Great British Koi Show for the excitement that I've got for it.
It was a good mate. If it's half as good as what we've been in and we've enjoyed this year, it's going to be banging because the shows that we've been to this year have been mint. Loved every minute of it, and I can't see this one. It's the people, the environment, the atmosphere. The more people turn up, the more of an atmosphere there is, the more people get a kick and a buzz out of it, and that's what you're there for. That's what it's all about: supporting those that are showing the fish and having a look at nice koi. What else could you want?
But the thing for me is that absolutely anything can win the grand champion, right? And that for me is like when you look at the national is the elitist. When you get to the grand champion, you're looking 85, 90 cm, top quality koi that hardly anyone, I'll say hardly, only a select few people there have got the ability to get their fish there that show. Yeah. There's only a few people. So when you actually look at what gets entered and you put it onto a chart, you will see that the higher up you get in sizes, i.e. from size 5 through to size 7, there are fewer entries, and that's because those fish are fewer and far between with the qualities. However, when you start looking at size 5 down, there's more competition. Why? Because most people can achieve that. So therefore, if most people can achieve up to a size 5 well and have decent quality standard fish, then it only opens up for an extremely good battle for who can take the GC. It's more exciting than who takes a size 7 GC in my head, because absolutely anything can win.
Anything can go.
And if I was a judge, I'd really want to judge that, because it's more interesting to try and put a Goshiki, a Kajaku, and a Kohaku all together, and which one's going to fucking take the prize?
Yeah.
Who knows?
And another thing, just to recap, the end of season junior koi show, 5th and 6th of October 2024. On-site restaurant, toilets and free parking, wet and dry koi supplies, pond equipment, raffle and tombola, bonsai craft stands, admission, £4 for adults, £2 for children. Where can you go for a day out for £4?
And it's a small section.
Yeah,
there's not a huge amount of members. There's 40 members in that section that are putting their own money into a show, right? 40 members, their own subs that they've paid for throughout the year to put a show on, right? There's not a huge amount of money behind it. And that's why if we get behind it, like I have, and everyone going to visit it, right, the more that we can push that and make it bigger, the better it'll be for the whole show calendar. To end it on a junior koi show would be banging.
Birmingham and West Midlands BKKS.
No,
just so you know, it's Rawberries Garden Centre, Lower Chaddersley, Corbett, Kidderminster, DY10 4QN. See you there.
Anyway, that's the end of tonight. It's 10:30. Thank you guys that are still in, by the way. Fuck me. Really appreciate it. But my belly thinks my throat's been cut. I haven't had any fat jokes all night, which is quite surprising. And I haven't eaten all day, so I'm wasting away. So I want to go and get a McDonald's because my missus has been a lazy bitch and hasn't fucking made any grub. Right.
She came in after you did. You could have ordered something.
She sat in the car for 2 hours waiting to get
Oh,
home.
did you? You
Is it?
just literally admitted to that when you said it when she walked in. You took me nearly 2 hours to get home.
That's not the point. I've still been working, been talking all night, make my throat dry, and 1 cup of coffee. That's all I'll add. But anyway, over to you
guys. If you've been enjoying this content, do us a huge favor. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend. And until next time, we'll see you on the next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday, you bunch of cricket butts.
Good night, all.